Christmas has come early. It's that time of year, and it's the moment we've all been waiting for. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to JTH Reacts to the Schmoedown Spectacular. There was an idea to bring together a group of remarkable players to see if this could become something more. So when they were needed, they could answer the questions that we never could. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's not waste any more time. Let's do this. 3, 2, 1. Big ass limo. What do we have here? Is it Vince McMahon? Oh, no, 10 times worse. What in the world? Oh no! You broke my heart.
You know me, right? You should. You know what? I got a.
Oh, still got that old school creamsicle Buccaneers hat. Crap.
Oh wow! Look at
Crap.
You know what? Thanks for the ride. I really appreciate it. Have a good day. We're about here to take over this whole fucking joint. Lions Den style.
Hey, I know that guy. Schmoedown Spectacular.
A lot of other managers out there now. No, there isn't. There's one manager, and that's me. Everybody else wants to be a manager. Look, everybody's trying to piggyback on Tom Dagnino's success. If you're not in alliance, then your bottom line, you're a loser. I really do run this establishment.
Tom in glasses still does not look right.
And I am the advocate for the victorious Miss Movies, Brianne Chandler. Stacy has become like her partner Brianne and a winner. And what you are looking at here is the future of the Schmoedown. I want to finally shut you up. You know, I want to challenge you.
In what aspect do you want to play me?
You can go regular Schmoedown, InnerGeekdom, whichever one. I just want to beat you and shut your mouth.
As far as who I think is going to win, I gotta pick Emma, just because I think a lot of us know who she might be representing, so
He's not going to have a faction by the time this is over.
gotta just hope for the best.
I'm done with this. I know where the real money's at. It's in managing. I don't gotta come out here and be paraded around like some prized donkey at a 4-H rally. I'm gonna go where the real money is. I'm gonna start managing people.
Nothing to worry about. Believe me, I'm a mastermind. I don't know trivia, but I know scheming and talking shit. Kristian Harloff doesn't have a fucking clue. Not even the Schmoedown rundown with all their theories. They're not gonna see it coming. It's gonna blow people's mind.
Better than them. And you're gonna be the best. This is what I like to hear. Pump yourself up.
And there he is. Oh, he's got the horse. He's got oh, wait. Oh, and there's Ricky. Ricky has come out with him. I didn't see. Ricky.
Turning in my badge.
I look at this pair, Kristian, and they've been cooking this up for a while.
Whoa, what's up, Commissioner? It's Ricky. Hey, you're setting up a manager bowl with Tom and Jay. This is bullshit. I manage critically acclaimed, and they are the best.
Okay, sure.
So I should, I don't know, I should be in this.
You put all three of you together, 1, 1, and 1, and see who's the best.
Okay, great. Yeah, I accept your invitation. One question. Can I have Viviani?
I think Ricky might be the odd man out. Just because he was thrown in so randomly, it's going to be weird to see him win.
Never mind.
Even though I would have no problem seeing Ricky win, but I know Ricky's capability. Not great.
I saw you had that manager's bowl thing with Tom and Jay, and I guess apparently now Ricky. I was thinking I would like to participate in that match.
Okay, but it's the manager bowl, so it's only for people who are managers.
Totally understand. Actually, I have someone that.
This is the $64 million question. Who is Emma with?
I mean, everything's signed. You're in. 4-way match. Let's do it.
Excellent. Pleasure doing business with you.
Ooh. Nice graphics. Uh-oh.
Lion's Den itself is the best faction in this, and possibly the only one. You don't think
I'm really liking this.
Everybody else is LB. They display loser behavior, okay? You know who displays that? Every single person.
4 managers.
This is a quick little stepping stone. Emma Fyffe shouldn't even be in this. Ricky Hayberg, I'm surprised he sobered up. And Dagnino, his 24-hour lockup evidently ended real quick. But I should be here, and I should be victorious. Like I tell everybody, it's going to be glorious.
Glorious.
Yeah, I'm going to be the champion of the manager's match. That's it. It's easy. It's going to be no problem. I'm going to wipe the
Used my clap. Got the only rarity where you see Ricky with a right answer.
No matter what, as long as Tom Dagnino loses, it's a win all around.
All right, guys, come on. I need you to give me the opposite of what I gave you, okay? I need to win this one, all right?
Okay, well then we'll leave you alone completely because you kind of screwed us. But that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. Okay, Ricky.
Backstage
you
promo.
Are a golden god. No, Ricky. You are a silver god. You are a bronze god. You're a bronze god. You're a bronze god. Okay, you're gonna be great. Okay, now do you remember everything we told you about the third man?
I've already forgotten everything.
Oh, he's a Dodger fan. He's doomed.
You tell me, please.
They never win anything.
I'm gonna write that for every answer that I don't know.
I saw Skaliski. I saw him, like, he knows it exists, so it's a possibility. Other than that, I think we got everything.
All right, give me one more. Give me one more. Okay, an easy one. An easy one. Come on.
Okay.
Pump yourself up.
Okay. List.
That exists in a movie production?
Yes, they have to direct the photography.
But I thought that was just the director.
No, the photography director.
The guy who holds the camera.
It's Janusz Kaminski, the guy who did Cool as Ice. Come on, you know this.
No. Oh, jeez. George Lucas.
George Lucas is a guy. What?
He's the only director I know.
How many films has George Lucas directed?
5.
Very good.
Nice. Nailed it.
All right, there we go.
Okay, I think I'm ready for this.
Oh, yes.
You got this. I'm confident now. Thank you guys so much.
We're going to do it. You're going to nail it. You're going to nail it.
We're so doomed.
You are so screwed.
Listen, everything's gonna be fine, but you need to focus. You're number 1.
I'm not concerned about that.
What?
Where's Brienne?
She's here. She's on the way.
She
Okay,
needs to be here.
I'm here already.
I get that. I appreciate that. She needs to be. Look, she's here. She's here. She's here. She's here. Brienne, listen, Brienne.
Hey, Mr. Washington, we're ready for you.
Listen, that is not Brienne. Where's Brienne at? I need Brienne.
You know what?
Okay, hopefully that's
there
her.
she is.
That should be her.
It's fine.
Please
It's
check
fine.
this door. Please check this door.
What's going on, everybody? This is Dale the Dude Gibbs coming at you with a special edition insider of Dude Talk. Check out this guy. We got Stacy, Howard, Jay Washington. Where's Brienne?
You know, as
Hello, Dale.
A lot of things. The last thing in my mind is who is Emma Fyffe managing?
I don't know. Do you even believe that?
I mean, it's probably somebody from the coffee bean.
Did you?
I always found it weird that he wears a creamsicle butts, who of course the only history that they had is a tradition of losing. So I guess that's always just foreshadowing.
No, my house is beautiful.
Great, fantastic.
This is a $1,700 scarf.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Sure looks like it.
I own the coffee bean. I almost bought one, but you know what? I didn't want to.
Hey, wearing a Schmo shirt. Emma is
that the person
hyping the channel.
Is gonna even like remotely affect me or her or the whole Lion's Den. You got another thing coming, okay?
You know what, Tom Dagnino? I think you've got another thing coming.
Really?
Really?
Listen, I don't care what you're doing over at the Harry Potter Wizarding World. Maybe you found somebody there. Maybe like Jeremiah or some other weird geeky names
That's where John
that
Roca came
people
from.
you like. Yeah, but he's
That
an
doesn't
idiot too.
surprise me.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's your guy, but he wouldn't do that because he knows that bottom line, you're a loser.
Actually, I think my competitor knows that bottom line, you're a loser.
Well, that's the first time I ever heard that.
You'll see.
Yeah,
You'll find out.
make the Harry Potter cookies or the marshmallow like raindrops or whatever you do. Okay, see you later.
Girl Scout.
You know, I've never met a bigger Girl Scout, and she doesn't even have cookies, so she's worthless.
Thad Williams, come on down. You're the next contestant on The Price is Right.
I'm Interim Commissioner Thad Williams. We've got an amazing match for you today. We have 4 title matches today. We have 6 total matches. We have so many surprises. It's going to be an amazing, amazing spectacular. And we're so glad that you're here with us today.
Thank you. Oh, you meant they're here today.
Please, ladies and gentlemen, welcome Miss Sinead DeFries.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Woo! Hope you didn't mind seeing half of JTH's head. Had to stand.
Thank you so much.
No kneeling.
That was
Fuck
amazing.
that shit, I'm out.
Created the Schmoedown. Ladies and gentlemen, Mark Baby Carrots Ellis and the current singles champion, Kristian the Commissioner Harloff.
Oh my god, what is he wearing? They stole my Avengers intro. Woo! Even though you stole it from me.
I'm Kristian Harloff. That is the crowd wrangler himself, Mark Ellis. Wait, how you doing, buddy?
Whew, I am out of breath. How about that national anthem, Kristian Harloff?
Sinead
Wow.
DeFries is crushing it there.
Tetris?
Scott Key never could have imagined what a tune he wrote until Francis Scott Key didn't know what a movie is, but some people here today do.
Well, we already got started. We have a
Some.
great crowd here. We have some of the big personalities of the Schmoedown.
Yeah.
We have some of the Schmoedown reactors that have come here. We have Schmoedown fans that have come here. We've got, there's so many big matches here, Mark. There's so much on the line. The season this
Schmoedown
year, the season of the
reactors.
Schmoedown has been
Sadly,
incredible
I'm
from
not
the
one of
start
them.
of it, that first match to where JTH,
Although I definitely want to do
by
that
the
one
way,
day.
has a big narrative.
Definitely want to be there one day.
He hadn't won a match since 2014. He beats Bibiani, right, who they thought was going to be the next Dan Murrell. And since then, you had JTE, who had an amazing run as far as the teams, and we're going to see them a little later. But what he did and made it all the way through to the finals of the Ultimate Schmoedown, JTE, just one of the many personalities that built this season.
And the plucky little guy who showers maybe once a week is such a great metaphor for the movie Trivia Schmoedown as a whole, something that you and I started. You're the commissioner of it, but we
Not
are
anymore.
merely...
Not anymore.
We're just
not anymore. But I threw that in there.
This Tetris of greatness. So many
another Tetris gag.
if you will, are coming at you. 6 huge matches in this spectacular. It's not a preseason game. It's not a regular season or even a playoff game. This is the Super WrestleMania Bowl.
That is absolutely right. Now the thing, look, all
how is that possible?
Still have stakes. And let's start with the first one that we're going to see in just a little bit, and that's the Manager Bowl. Jay Washington and Tom Dagnino have been going at it for the entire season. Jay challenged Tom, and they said, "Fine, let's do it." The new commissioner, Thad Williams, said, "Fine, we're going to put you guys in the Schmoedown Spectacular." Ricky Skypes in and says, "No, I should be in this thing too." And then
One second.
Emma Fyffe. Emma Fyffe has been so sick of the Lions Den for the entire year. Said, "You know what? I'm going to be in this thing." And Thad said, "Well, I got to see who you're managing. You have a contract." She said, "I do." And so apparently she has someone here tonight that she is managing, so she qualifies to be in it. Whoever wins this thing, anyone in their stable or someone else will get a #1 contender spot at any belt they want.
That's right. She is legally allowed to compete in the Manager Bowl. And you look at the landscape of what we're about to see with these 4 competitors. Emma Fyffe knows a lot about Harry Potter. The other 3 people, I don't know if they've ever seen a movie that doesn't star Sylvester Stallone.
Well, that's true. We're going to see. I don't know if Ricky Hayberg's seen a movie. So we're going to also get to then right after that, we have the InnerGeekdom Championship. What a match this is going to be with the current champion Hector Navarro, who won the title earlier this year from the man you just heard scream out, Robert Meyer Burnett. He's going up against Jason Inman. That'll be a big battle a little later on. Then after that, the Star Wars Championship will be up on the line in an Iron Man match. 30 minutes. 30 minutes, the right amount of questions between the challengers, Samm
and I'm
Witwer
back.
against the champion.
I'm back, boys.
This, Ken Napzok.
Whoa, wow, Ken Napzok. Interesting turn of events for Ken Napzok.
Turn. What a turn pun.
Celebration, and now all of a sudden he sees himself maybe going to a different side of the force. Samm Witwer coming in. 30 minutes for a brand new Iron Man format. That's too many minutes, Kristian. They can't possibly do it.
We'll see. Ken Napzok, part of the Lions Den now. I can't believe I'm even saying that. He's a despicable. The fact that he's doing that, and he turns
had to reenact that.
So that's going
not a good man.
But right after that, the Lions
not a good man.
They ain't done because
they
have their champions, quite possibly the best champions we've ever seen in this league, and that's the Patriots.
Boo them.
They are the Patriots, though. But it's hard.
Do we cheer them?
Well, it's hard. Well, because the thing is, look, they're 7-0 with 4 title defenses. They're gonna be putting it on the line against above the line Samm Levine and Drew McWeeny, who won the tournament this year. That's going down.
Help me above the line.
Top 10.
You're only home.
Action. That's going to be a huge match because if Action wins, not only do they get a title shot, Top 10's got to break up for a full year, and then.
And then is that it?
No, that's
then
it.
We're closing up shop.
Is that it? That sounds like a great card.
I gotta say that Samm Levine's narrative doesn't end because he's going up against me for this baby right here to close the show. Samm Levine will be going for the title. Mark, that's our card. That's the whole thing we got going on today. That's
the whole damn thing.
That is the way we're going to end the season. 3 videos for you guys. So make sure that if you're watching this, you like, you comment, you subscribe, do all that stuff. And remember, 3 videos, 2 matches.
They've already got the blurbs on there.
Mark, we're going to start this whole thing out with the Manager Bowl.
Oh, what a day we have in store, and I'm so excited to kick this off.
I've been saying from the start, it's weird that they started with this match, which means I think they're building up for this for something later in the show, which would make sense.
These people have seen movies other than Emma Fyffe. We know what her strength is when it comes to more geekier fare, but can she make that very difficult transition into all of cinema?
Well, we're going to find that out because as you saw in the beginning of this video, you saw the managers kind of prepping. And the big reveal here is Brianne Chandler has not been seen for a little bit. Will she be accompanying Jay Washington to the ring? We have not seen Brianne since that emotional interview that she had against Mike Kalinowski when she lost.
Cathartic.
So we have not seen her. She said she's going to show up today. And if we saw that, poor Dale the Dude got the door slammed in his face, but that's all we got. So we are going to start this thing up, but we're going to first hear from all our competitors. Here we go.
Am I really playing in a manager match? Are these guys?
Hey, you don't own all the belts.
They manage losers. like big losers.
So we've come to this point, the manager.
Still wearing the Chicago Bulls. But they have gotten on a bit of a win streak lately.
Challenged the dumbass Dagnino, and what did he do? He ran and hid and got Robert Meyer Burnett. And guess what I did? I put him on the
You wore Panda?
Seems familiar. I've been here before. I mean, this isn't my first spectacular, and it's good to be back because I have something to prove.
Yeah, that is hard to believe that he was on the first spectacular.
And, well, some things haven't gone my way, but this time.
That means he continues his streak. 2 consecutive spectacular appearances.
At movie trivia, that's not why I'm here
Even
today,
Dan
guys.
Murrell can say
I'm
that.
here to
That's
end this feud
shocking.
with the Lion's Den. I know. In order to do that, I've got to have a competitor that I am managing because this is the.
You're wearing Star Wars. What a shock!
And I'm very excited for you guys to see who it is.
Bunch of big mouth losers who know nothing. One's in the Inner-Geekdom, the other one.
My thoughts on The Last Jedi. You're probably not wondering that. I really liked it. I didn't love it though. I think I still love Force Awakens a little bit more. But some things I definitely wouldn't have done. But overall, I still enjoyed it enough.
You don't deserve to be involved. I hate you, Dagnino.
Ricky Hayberg, why are you even involved with this, okay? Are you even allowed to come out the house? Is your house arrest bracelet gonna let you free? I don't know why you're here, how drunk you're gonna be, but whatever it is, it's not gonna matter.
Washington's not bad at trivia, but he is a terrible, terrible person, okay? I told him what I was gonna do a long time on the Schmoedown Rundown, which was destroy his faction in December, and that's exactly what's going to happen.
Win or lose today, it's really a win-win for me. In fact, no matter what, as long as Tom Dagnino loses, it's a win all around. Sure, Jay Washington, he comes in here and he talks a big game. You know what? Power to him. He's a
My predictions of who will give everything what. I'm going to say
so the rest of us can take down Dagnino.
Tom will give himself a world title match. Well, that's if he reveals it before the show's over. Jay will give himself a InnerGeekdom title match. Ricky will give critically acclaimed 18 title match. Emma, regardless of who that is, will give somebody an InnerGeekdom title match as well. And we all know who it probably is, though.
And that's nothing, and deal with it, damn it.
You know what? Look at the belts around my waist, okay? This is the Star Wars.
That's your neck.
It's knapsacks, but it's mine too. Championship, double championship belts, tag team, 7 in a row. Looks like we're going to defend against these losers above the line. We'll see how it goes. And then guess what? Ultimately, we'll be coming for the championship that Harloff will not have anymore. Period.
Well, no Brienne in that interview, but you do have all the managers kind of going after one another, calling each other morons, and it's really about Emma Fyffe, who says she's going to debut her person and she's ready to go.
Yeah,
I also figure because it's a special occasion, I will play along with this one. No, I kind of gone out of that recently, but I will do so. Plus, I just got fresh off competing something. I won't reveal what that is. Probably know what it is by the time this video comes up, because this will probably take forever to upload.
Okay. All right, ready to go? All right, guys, it's time. Are you ready?
Well, yeah, now
of course I'm ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown.
Yay!
All right. It's the Manager Bowl. Tape here, Mark. You got Tom Dagnino. His strengths
Not good at anything.
No, his strengths are Arnie
Getting booed.
Sports movies.
Designer jackets, and then wearing a regular plaid shirt.
And I think something
Bueller. Hummerbun.
Yelling. And finally, Emma Fyffe is on the line, and she has Harry Potter movies, Lord of the Rings, and that's it. We're ready to go. Introducing first, representing the Lion's Den.
Woo! Boo!
2 defeats. He is Tricky Tom Dagnino. The champions, team champions out there. Intimidate. Oh, there's Drake.
Belt drum.
There's Burnett. There's Ken Napzok. And Grace. The whole den is here. There he is. There he is.
Very colorful.
Give me the middle finger. Say to him.
Orange hat, yellow shirt, camouflage pants.
Look, here's the one thing you got to say. around him, Mark. The one thing you say about Tom Dagnino is even though he's horrible, even though he took our good friend away from us, he's done everything he said he's done. They're still the champions. I mean,
Biggest event in the year, and the first guy out, Tom Dagnino. Oh God, what kind of karma is that?
Yeah, and people, the crowd screaming at Ken Napzok. Trader, a lot of yelking. And his opponent, representing critically acclaimed, making his Schmoedown.
But they hesitated on booing though.
Ricky the Rocket Hayberg.
Oh my goodness.
Critically acclaimed, carrying out their manager, of course. Yeah. Last night at the collision, this is where they kind of formed, and now they're at the spectacular. This is Ricky's second spectacular competing. Last year, of course, playing Trek.
Ricky coming out, making his debut in a format like this. Now Ricky Hayberg coming out to a song that Jeremy John should know the artist and the actual track this time, much like Tony Stark in the first Iron Man.
Right. Oh, man, that's a deep cut.
It's a deep cut.
All right.
Love you, Jeremy.
Next question is, will Brienne be with Jay?
We're about to find out.
We're about to find out. And their opponent, representing the Misfits, with a record of 0 wins, 1 defeat, he is the Urban Gladiator.
And I won't offend.
Washington. There's Stacy. There's Stacy. Where is Brienne? There's Stacy.
And she is getting hurt. Flipping off the
and there's Jay. No Brienne. No Brienne. There's Brienne coming out next. Jay Washington.
There's nobody coming else through the curtain
no one else, but there he is. He is living it up. Tom giving him the thumbs up. He's got
I won't give in, I won't give in, no so glorious.
Yeah, no, he's getting some applause there. He's getting some applause, Jay Washington.
I take back everything I said. Jay should win because he finally used the theme.
As far as walkouts go, there might not have been a Brienne, but Stacey Howard very in control, very excited. She seems
Damn, how I missed that theme.
Well, now the question is, with our next one, who they're going to be coming out with. But
And yes, Greg, that was Bobby Roode's theme, if in case you didn't know.
representing
An unknown faction.
Singles debut, accompanied by someone, ladies and gentlemen, the Golden Knight, Emma Fyffe. Now who's that?
That appears to be Jason.
Who's that? Who's that? Who's she with? Who's that? I can't tell. I can't tell who that is.
But you've at least played the movie version of Pokemon.
Are we gonna find out who that is?
Who's that weirdo?
I thought he was dead.
Listen, I told you not to go.
Why are you here? All right.
Listen, you can't have people that work in the Harry Potter store compete here.
Listen, she can have whoever she wants. She showed the contract to Thad. That okayed it. That okayed it.
Where did your agreement come from? The Goodwill?
All right. All right. Well, here we go,
Yeah,
guys.
who was that guy?
All right. Well, we're gonna find out. Remember, the winner of this match, whoever wins, can get their faction or someone else a #1 contender spot at any title of their choosing. All right. So, Mark, what are the rules of this match?
The field will hear 8 questions in
The JTE rule. They've actually shown it on the thing now.
As soon as we ask the question up here at the answer,
You know, if I just
write down
correct that.
attempt at an answer.
Cross out the E, H, the JTH rule.
Once we ask you to reveal your answer, please show the whiteboard to the camera. At the same time, you verbalize it in front of the communication device in front of your mouth. There is no penalty for missing a question, and there is no stealing in round 1.
Let me start by saying a couple of things here.
Ah.
I refuse to use this marker.
Why?
Because it's junk.
Okay.
So, I brought my own marker.
Oh.
And it's sharp because I got cheated out of the Nost match or the Pizza Guy match.
You mean you lost?
Because I lost because the marker was like it looked like it was chewed by somebody.
You can't spell.
All right.
You can't spell or read.
I have a pink marker. It's my favorite color.
You know what? You
Chadwick
can spell this
Boseman.
word right now. I'll give you the win. Imbecile. All right. Here we go. Ready? All right. All right. Let's start. So, Tom, I don't care, but are you ready?
I'm Jason Bourne ready.
Ricky, are you ready? No? Not ready?
No answer. I have no idea. Sorry.
All right, fine. Washington, are you ready?
It's about to be glorious.
Emma, are you ready?
Heck yeah, I got nothing to lose here.
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown!
Yay!
Question number one in the
Oh, they
realm
even got the
of
repeats on
animated.
there now. Awesome.
Which character does Josh Gad voice in Disney's Frozen?
The crowd, I think, knows the answer to this question.
The crowd. Yep.
Right. The competitors ready.
I don't know how to spell it. I'm like JT already.
You gotta get know how to spell it. 5, 4,
Oh, gosh.
3, 2, 1. Idiot.
The Prince?
That's incorrect. Not gonna accept that. We need a name. No.
Nope, the one answer you're looking for is Olaf.
Olaf is correct.
Oh.
Yay! You said the snowman guy. That's what I meant. You want to challenge it?
No.
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 Right, here we go.
Your next question comes from the world of comedies. They could be spoof movies like what we're witnessing right now. In which Anne Hathaway film will you hear the quote? I said to myself, go ahead, take a chance, hire the smart fat girl.
You think anyone's going to get that except Emma?
I don't know that these people have seen cinema.
That's why I'm saying Emma has.
Yeah, I don't know that they know how to go to
I didn't know
it.
Anne Hathaway was in a comedy. I mean,
4, 3, 2, 1.
It's
Pen
smart.
Down, Jay. And Ricky.
Legally Blonde.
Incorrect. Jay.
Devil Wears Prada.
Correct.
Oh.
That's a comedy?
Devil Wears Prada.
Tom.
Yeah, I guess Anne Hathaway wasn't that smart. I forgot about that.
Wow.
Oh, God.
So, Emma keeps her lead, but it is 2-1-1. Ricky.
Tom got a question that I did.
That was a drama.
All right, here we go. Your next category, Ricky, is dramas. Who plays Colonel Weber in 2016's Arrival?
You were really transfixed by that picture the whole
I
time.
love that.
Did you cry? Is that one of the ones
I did not cry, but I certainly thought it was fantastic.
You think that's Forrest Whitaker?
Movies in 2017 that I may have ever had before.
Fine, it was football games. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. Jay.
Jeremy Renner.
Incorrect.
I just wrote down an actor I know who's in a bunch of dramas and is a cousin of friends of mine, Matthew Modine.
Wow.
Nope.
Wait, hang on. She's related to Matthew Modine?
No, some of my friends are, though.
That's still cool.
Matt, not happy about that. All right, and Tom Dagnino.
I went with just I knew it wasn't a black guy, so I put J.K. Simmons.
You were incorrect on so many levels.
You know it wasn't a black guy.
Ricky.
What type of logic is that?
Ricky.
Well, I was going to say Samuel L. Jackson.
Shut up.
He's in everything.
Shut up, Ricky.
I'm going to need an expert to decipher this, but the answer is
also incorrect.
No, that's what the that's what
But
no, that's the
for who?
language they use.
The alien language.
Yeah, I don't know. You answer that.
All right. So Tom was wrong on so many levels because the answer was Forrest Whitaker. All right.
It was a black dude. So tell us how you feel about that right now.
The other guy who's in the white guy who's in every movie.
All right, here we go.
Your next category.
I'm coming out looking great so far, at least.
This is an absolute train wreck. All right, here we go.
Your next category is horror/thriller.
This match.
In which Midwestern U.S. city is the 2016 horror thriller Don't Breathe set in?
I'll give you my kidney if Dagnino gets it.
What city?
What city in a part of the United States known as the Midwest?
No.
Is that technically a JT Williams?
It was. That was. Yeah. Tom's gonna be charged a JTE rule for that.
What?
You asked to repeat the question.
Too many people were yelling in the background. I couldn't hear anybody. I couldn't hear you say anything.
Didn't seem to affect the other.
Heard it loud and clear.
All right, so Tom is charged one JTE rule. All right, so 5, 4.
It's a Midwestern city, so it's either Chicago, Detroit, Cleveland.
Oh, no, sorry, Emma.
I just picked like a nice Midwestern city. I think Superman's like from there, Kansas City.
Incorrect, Tom.
Austin.
Incorrect,
What?
Ricky.
Detroit?
Correct.
Oh.
And Jay also got it.
When I see it.
That's not Midwestern.
Jay also got it.
I actually semi-agree with you on that.
That's not Midwestern.
Challenging it?
Detroit is in the Midwest. You're talking
Yeah,
somebody in
it's
Chicago.
Midwest.
Try
You
again.
wanna
Let's
try
go.
it? It is.
Try
All
again.
right,
Next
whatever.
question.
All right,
Yeah,
here we go.
Midwest.
So two, 1-1.
We have to use a geography map to challenge something.
Like Kansas City.
Action adventure. What is the full title of the fourth film in the Indiana Jones franchise?
We actually had someone take the Lord's name in vain. They thought that question was so easy.
5, 4.
This is a long title, by the way.
Yeah, really. Come on.
3.
Indiana Jones, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
1. All right, Tom.
The Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
You got it. All right. Ricky.
No. Indiana Jones in the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. You said the full title. You said full title.
You said full title.
Ladies and gentlemen, in real life, you said full title.
Yeah, we give it to him. All right, here. You can challenge if you want.
Yes, challenge. You said full title.
Challenge. I challenge.
You challenge.
Yes, I challenge.
Okay, all right,
let me tell you something.
Stop for a second. Stop.
We all got it, by the way.
Quiet for a second. You're being awarded. Everybody got it, but you're being awarded the point, and they're challenging that.
You said the full title. I agree with that challenge.
We are awarding the point to Tom Dagnino.
Boo! Boo!
Let me
You said the full title. Well, we've been part of the title. Kingdom. The Kingdom.
I've never seen 3 people more upset at having to write 11 extra letters in my entire life.
This is the longest round one of all time. Here we go.
New releases. These are movies recently released in theaters that none of you saw. The question is, Christian Bell, Catherine Hahn, and what other actress star in Bad Moms and Bad Moms Christmas?
Mila Kunis.
Star. Quiet in the studio here after Mom and Dad had to kind of raise our voices a little bit.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Ricky. Didn't have it. Jay.
Mila Kunis.
That's correct. Emma.
Mila Kunis.
Correct. And Tom. Tom.
She almost ran me over in the parking lot one time. Mila Kunis.
Mila Kunis. All right, that works. There you go.
Wow.
She said sorry.
All right,
She
so
had
we
her
got.
makeup on.
Hey, you know what? We wish better luck to Mila Kunis next time.
Emma and Jay have 4. Ricky 2. Tom has 3. All right, next question. Fantasy sci-fi. Fantasy sci-fi. Sam Worthington and Zoe Saldana forge an unlikely romance in what 2009 sci-fi blockbuster?
Shut up. Multiple people are now sick in the crowd.
Someone got sick. One of the reactors here just passed out and died.
I think it was the bad pulled pork that we had.
I have no idea.
5, 4.
I'll just say World War Z.
1. Jay.
Avatar.
Correct. Emma.
Oh, that.
Correct. Tom.
A horribly overrated movie and nobody wants to see the sequels. Avatar.
Correct. Ricky.
Terminator Salvation.
That's incorrect. So Tom gets 4. Emma's got 5. Jay has 5. Ricky somehow has 2. All right. Here we go. Next one.
We move on to, mercifully, the last category in round 1.
Bad scores. What are you talking about?
And that comes from the world of 90s movies. These are movies that were released in the 1990s. Who plays Doc Holliday in Tombstone?
It's a great
Some
film.
fans of either the movie or the actor. Just maybe we wrote a good question. Thank you, Chris Scalise.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Emma.
I just wrote someone who I think was in some westerny movies, Jeff Bridges.
Incorrect. Tom to tie up Emma here.
He's not your Huckleberry.
Who is it?
That would be Frank Stallone was in that movie as well.
Let's go.
Val Kilmer.
Correct.
Ooh.
Sam Elliott.
He didn't get it, so Tom ties it up.
Oh my God.
Emma and Jay all with 5. And now we're done with round number 1. Thank the Lord, it's round 2. Mark, how does round 2 work?
Each competitor is going to get a spin at
Spin that wheel.
Each category
Spin that wheel.
questions up here at the answer desk. Each question is worth 2 points. If you're not sure of the answer, you can check the multiple choice, at which point the value of the question goes down to 1. Keep in mind, competitors, there is stealing. If you're not currently the spinner, write down your best guess at an answer on the whiteboard. If a steal happens to become a chance, then we will ask you for your answer that you wrote on the whiteboard. When you spin the wheel, if you don't like the category you spin, you are awarded 1 mulligan per spin.
All right, so we have a 3-way tie here between Tom, Jay, and Emma here. So first thing we're going to do is between Tom and Emma. Tom and Emma, heads or tails? Tom.
You know, you always
Go with heads.
Heads. All right, it's tails. You're out of the running. Emma and Jay. Emma.
Heads.
Heads it is. So Emma, you are first. You can decide whether or not you want to go first, or you can defer to either.
Go
Jay
first.
or
Go for the
Tom
kill.
or Ricky. You're gonna go first. Go for the
She
spin.
wants that
Good
Harry
move.
Potter wedge.
All right. Big spin. There it is.
Okay. She has spun it. She's looking for Mr. Potter.
Landing on.
Where are we getting?
Comedy. Do you want to stay on comedy or spin again? One more spin. There it is.
You figure she
Brad Pitt? I don't think I've ever seen Brad Pitt on there.
Spinner's choice. She's probably going to go to Harry Potter. What other categories
We'll know by
lay
the
out
crowd.
there?
We'll know by the crowd.
Oh!
Harry Potter.
We have a Potter
Harry Potter.
sighting.
Harry Potter it is. Harry
Yay!
Potter. That was big. I got it. All right, here we go.
Had to stick that wedge right next to opponent's choice too. Ooh.
Competitor right now, looking good here as they get
this right.
Harry Potter. Now remember, here we go. All right, 3 questions in the world of Harry Potter. I think Emma's sitting pretty because I can't imagine anyone except maybe Jay Washington stealing these. But here we go. What's the animal represented by Harry Potter's Patronus spell?
A stag.
2 points.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay, what is a stag? Is that a horse? Is that a bull? What is a stag?
A big old deer.
That's how I used to go to dancing.
Did you ever see Bambi, man?
It's an adult male deer.
Yeah, Bambi's dad.
I know Red Stag. Alcohol.
Who directed Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix and every subsequent Harry Potter film?
My brain is blanking, so I'll take the multiple choice.
A. Alfonso Cuarón. B. Mike Newell. C. Christopher Columbus. D. David Yates.
David Yates.
For 1 point.
Yeah.
And your final question here to stay safe and no steals. Here you go. What is the last name of Harry's aunt and uncle that he lives with?
Oh, Dursley.
There you go. 2 points. Wow. Emma going to 5 points. Big round. So now, Tom and Jay. Here we go. Between Tom and Jay. Jay, I'm going to let you call heads or tails.
Heads.
Tails. All right, Tom, you can either go first or defer.
The only thing he'll win.
To Jay. To Jay. Now, Jay, you can defer to Ricky if you want. All right, here you go, Ricky.
Can I defer?
To no one.
No.
Here we go. You're up. Ricky's
Ricky
up.
Hayberg stepping up.
Now, this is a good strategy because I think they're going to be trying to steal
That's
from Ricky.
exactly what we're going to do.
Here you go. Big
Get
spin.
your
There it is. There's the big spin in the game.
Maybe the best thing he's done all day.
Harry Potter's off the board. Harry Potter's off the board. What is it?
Where will it land?
Comic book movies.
Ricky, how you feeling?
He's going to spin again.
He didn't even think about it.
Well, what is his strength? What's he looking for?
You got to spin again.
You got to spin away from the categories that somebody might be able to steal
If you
from.
don't get it, Jay's going to get those. Those are the smart ones.
What is it?
Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt it is.
You know,
Mark will be doing
Brad
the
Pitt
question.
and Ricky Hayberg have a striking resemblance, especially in the midsection area. Let's see if he can get some questions from his six-pack friend, Mr. Brad Pitt.
Here we go.
Your first question.
We can steal, right?
In the
You
wild,
can steal, but you have to write it down as it's being asked. All right.
your first question in the wild, wonderful world of Brad Pitt. Your question is, who directed the film The Big Short?
Oh.
Can check the multiple choice. Don't need to sway.
Multiple choice. I know the answer. I just can't think of it in my head. Multiple choice.
Well, we'll see about that.
Yeah. I know it. Don't worry.
Is it A, Peyton Reed, B, Oliver Stone, C, Adam McKay, or D, James Ponsel?
Adam McKay.
1 point for Hayberg.
Hey, he did know.
1 point for Hayberg. All right, your next question.
Thanks for the pity claps, everyone. Makes me feel better. Yeah.
Your next question, in what film did Brad play Austrian Heinrich Herrer?
5, 4.
Legends of the.
Oh, incorrect.
Incorrect. So now,
Steal, Tom.
Inglorious
Steal,
Bastards?
Incorrect, Jay.
No, I know it too.
we're looking for 7 years in Tibet.
Yes.
Yeah.
I should have said 7.
7
What's a
years
German doing in Tibet?
in Tibet.
There we go. All right,
There's a
no
German
steals.
guy in Tibet?
No steals. Here we go.
Yeah, same thing.
Your last question in the world of Brad Pitt movies. Who played Brad's roommate in the film True Romance?
Multiple choice.
Your options are, is it A, John Favreau, B, Christian Slater, C, Michael Rappaport, or D, Bronson Pinchot?
Michael Rappaport?
1 point for Ricky Hayberg, and he handled himself okay in this round two.
There was no steals in there, lucky enough for Ricky, so he comes out, he's still got 4 points. He's going to have a climb back in that third round. But now it is between Tom and Jay deferred last time, so actually, Tom deferred last time. So Tom, are you going to go first or second?
I'm going to let this guy go.
You're going to let Jay go? All right, Jay, you're up.
Gonna let Jay go. Here comes Washington looking for comic book.
He's mad. Push his chair.
Right now. You gotta wonder if True Romance would have been better with Bronson Pinchot.
He was in
it.
He was in it. Then it's a great movie. That's a
Bronson Pinchot was.
We're gonna wait 63 years while this wheel spins. So in other news, how about all them? Oh, it's about to slow down.
Here we go. Where are we at? What are we looking at? Here it comes. I don't think he's gonna get comic book movies this spin.
Oh!
Spinner's choice. Comic book movies it is. He's gonna put it on comic
Boom!
movies.
Booyah!
Christian, it seems like Jay Washington starting to win some favor with the crowd. It's him versus Emma Fyffe for who they love the most.
That's pretty crazy. He has won the crowd over here today. But all right, it's 3 questions now. Jay needs to have a nice little round to get close.
It's because of Glorious. He used the right theme.
Full real name.
Scott Summers.
Oh, there you go. 2
He
points.
didn't answer the question, and 2 points for Jay Washington.
Boom!
Jay, what 1982 aquatic creature was based on a comic book of the same name?
Swamp Thing.
Excuse me.
Swamp Thing.
Multiple choice.
A, Screamers. B, Slugs. C, Slither. D,
Slither.
Was incorrect. I didn't get the last one out there, so I can give you guys D. It's either A, Screamers, B, Slugs, C, Slither, D, Swamp Thing.
Can I answer? Is that?
Well, you have to write it down. It's written. Hold on, so I got to wait for the reveal. Tom, you reveal.
Swamp Thing.
1 point. Ricky. 1
D,
point.
Swamp Thing.
1 point. All right, so Emma gets 11. Ricky gets 5.
You
Tom
see how
gets 6.
excited I was?
Ooh.
You know something?
Yeah, Jay Washington.
He said aquatic creature name, same thing.
Slither is with Sharon Stone.
Washington getting a little ahead of himself. Gotta let the options play
All
out.
right, here we go. Here we go. Your last question, Jay. In the Avengers, Captain America tells Nick Fury that he doubts he would be surprised by anything, and Fury bets him that he is wrong. How much?
$10.
There you go. 2 points.
Well, he's right back.
Jump the gun.
Tom is up. Tom is going to be hoping that he lands on Arnie and Sly. He is looking for that Arnie and Sly. If he hits it, he's looking good.
You're booing the wheel.
Gonna play to the crowd a little bit here.
No.
Dagnino taking a rest as he spins.
90s?
He's taking 90s.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay with 90s.
All right, here we go. Stick with
Ooh.
90s.
All right, 90s. Here we go.
Okay, Tom, your question in 90s movies is, in which 1998 film does John Travolta play a Southern Democrat who runs for president and whose character is loosely based on Bill Clinton?
Everybody knows he hit on me once. The answer is Primary Colors.
2 points for Dagnino. Your next question. In which film does Adam Sandler play a character with the name of Sonny?
You know, I think I know it.
5, 4.
Let's go multiple choice.
Okay. I'll give you multiple choice. You promise not to chew your gum directly into the microphone.
That's a great.
Come on. Is it A, The Waterboy, B, Little Nicky, C, Big Daddy, or D, The Wedding Singer?
Wedding Singer.
You know,
5,
I kind of.
4.
Let me get the choices again.
You get the choices. Go ahead.
Is it A, The Waterboy, B, Little Nicky, C, Big Daddy, D, The Wedding Singer?
5, 4.
I am gonna go with Big Daddy.
That is correct for what
Oh,
point?
I was wrong.
Dagnino within striking distance of Emma right now.
He could be the devil.
Okay.
Like, his name is Sonny.
Your question.
Last one.
To tie Emma Fyffe, if you get this right off the bat,
You're tied with Jay Washington right now. Here we go.
who plays the character of Brock Lovett in Titanic?
Damn, I thought you were
Who
going to say Ross
Rose
Landers.
tells her story to?
Oh. I had a good time with Francis Fisher at McCookie's wedding.
We could probably have a count.
5, 4, 3.
The answer is Bill Paxton.
2 points.
Oh my gosh.
He ties it up there. All right, so at the end of round number 2, it is Tom 11, Emma 11, Jay 9, and Ricky 5. As we get into round number 3, Mark, how does round 3 work?
Each competitor at the desk is going to give us 3 numbers that range from 1 to 20. Whoever's in the lead gets their first pick at the numbers they prefer, and then we move down the line from there. Each number corresponds to a movie category up here at the answer desk. Your first question is going to be worth 2 points, your next worth 3 points, and your last one worth 5 points. There is no stealing in round 3. There's no penalty for missing a question.
6
we
and
have
20.
Emma, who knows a lot about comic book and geeky kind of movies. At the top, we have Tom, who swung by Blick Art Materials on his way to the studio today. Which one is going to be giving us numbers first, Kristian?
Emma, you please, heads or tails?
Heads.
Heads. She got it. So, Emma, you pick your number 3.
Okay, I will take 3, 12, and 16.
All right. Tom, you were up.
16's my number.
Well, not anymore. What do you got?
Let's go. What is it? 20 what?
Just 20.
Oh, okay. Let's go 17.
17
for Keith Hernandez, obviously.
Let's go.
18 for Daryl Strawberry.
Yep.
And let's go. I'm not gonna go 1 because that's usually animated. Let's go like I don't know, some weird number like 7.
All right. Jay Washington. Jay.
Yeah, that's the weirdest number.
Hey, G is the 7th letter mate.
Jay Washington. What do you got?
14, 4, and 8.
14.
Wow.
4, 8, and then Ricky.
1, 2,
Yep.
and 5?
1, 2, and 5. All right. So here we go. So Ricky Hayberg will have to answer. He will have to answer. You will have to go past or at least tie 11 in order to stay in the game, and he's going to go first. Ricky, you chose category number 1. You chose category number 1 here. That is the category of comic book movies. Comic book movies here. Ricky, your 2-pointer. Which Batman film was Drew Barrymore in?
Forever.
No steals.
Batman Forever.
Batman Returns?
Looking at Batman Forever. Batman Forever.
Batman Forever.
All right, so Ricky needs to hit. He needs to hit this, or he's going to be eliminated if he does not hit this. Ricky, you have category number 2. That's 2000s. 2000s.
Ah, the years I was born.
Yeah. Who played the hitman Vincent opposite Jamie Foxx in the 2004 thriller Collateral?
Oh. I mean, I have seen this, but... Do I get points for that?
That you've seen it? You can't prove it.
Oh.
5.
Well, I have
4,
no idea, so...
3.
No.
Anyone. 2. A name. 1. Nothing?
No.
The answer was Tom Cruise. And with that, Ricky Hayberg has been eliminated. Ricky's out. All right, Ricky is out. Now we jump to Jay Washington, Mark, with 14.
To the surprise of no one.
You are now under the hot seat.
Yeah, and he just needs this 2 to
I
bounce it
impressed
back to
myself
Tom.
today. 5 points.
Right.
Can somebody grab me some more grapes?
for you, Ricky.
Yeah, Bibiani, what you just stomped off the
Might be
stage.
the highest score I've ever gotten.
All right, here we go.
Can we send somebody to get me some more grapes?
All right, here we go.
Jay Washington, you selected for your 2-point category number 14. Right here, I'm looking at it. That corresponds to the category of movie characters.
Ooh.
As of 2017, how many actors have played the role of James
6.
Bond?
Give you 25 seconds for this. We'll give you 25 seconds.
6.
Anytime you have to count or list off multiple decades, we like to give the competitors a little bit more time to flesh it out, have some more synapses.
And will James Bond be another thorn in the Misfits side here?
Think about it, Jay.
5.
6.
4. 3. 2.
6.
Give him 2
Correct.
points, ladies and gentlemen.
Good. All right, so now we bounce back.
Well done. Well done.
Tom Dagnino now will get
Connery,
he'll be able to
Lorenzen,
his 2-pointer.
Moore,
His 2-pointer. Here we go, Tom.
Timothy Dalton,
Tom.
Bosworth,
Well,
Rawson,
Hang on.
I want to
and
challenge
Craig.
Yeah. Well, you gonna challenge it? All right, you're challenging. All right, here we are being challenged on that answer.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
This is movies.
Here's what the ruling is.
We have a ruling.
Now, because unofficially, there are 7 James Bonds.
Yes.
But because it is
We don't count that.
it is a confusing question as far as canon goes, we're just going to scrap the question entirely and give Jay a new question.
That's fair. That's fair.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Stupid original Casino Royale movie.
Toy Story. That doesn't count as a
Right,
James
right,
Bond.
right. Here we go.
Okay. Jay Washington, once again, movie characters. Here is your question for 2 points. Famed author Robert Ludlum created what popular modern action hero?
Five, 4,
Terminator?
3.
Repeat the question.
Famed author Robert Ludlum created what popular modern action hero?
5, 4.
Rambo?
Looking for Jason Bourne.
Ooh.
Jason Bourne.
ready.
Now we get
Robert
a
Ludlum.
3-pointer for Jay.
That's
a
right.
3-pointer for Jay.
Jay Washington. Category you might be somewhat familiar with, comedy. For 3 points. Carrie Elwes, or Yules, played the boyfriend of Jim Carrey's ex-wife in
Liar,
which
liar.
film?
There you go.
Whoa.
3 points.
3
So
points.
Jay takes the lead. So now we jump back to Tom Dagnino.
That damn unofficial
90s
question.
movies. My cousin Vinny, who played Bill Gambini, Vinny's cousin, who has been accused of murder.
Oh, wow. Was it Toro?
What's your answer?
Well, I mean, when he was...
Sounded like an answer.
You just said, what's the answer?
Sounded like an answer.
John Turturro.
Incorrect. Ralph Macchio is the answer. Ralph Macchio. All right, Tom, now you're 3
In
points.
future competitors, please do not ask the people with the answers if that is the correct answer.
They had the same hair.
All right,
They
here
had
we
the
go.
same hair.
Here we go. Tom, your 3-pointer here. Your 3-pointer. All right. Who plays volcanologist? Volcanologist, however that goes. Dr. Harry Dalton in Dante's Peak.
Oh, man. Dante's Peak.
Yep.
What year was that?
Don't know.
Come on, I don't know the year.
It's not part of it. Dante's Peak.
So just Dante's Peak?
Yes.
Like who plays the volcanologist?
Yes.
Volcanologist.
Let's go with,
4.
Dante's Peak.
3.
I don't know, Antonio Banderas?
Tommy Lee Jones. Pierce Brosnan. So now Tom Dagnino is going to have the number 7.
To Jay's credit, Tommy Lee Jones is a closer to the correct answer than Antonio Banderas.
Man, why can't I get the Tom Cruise?
Steven Spielberg is your 5-pointer here. 5 pointers. Tom, who plays the highly robotic boy David in AI Artificial Intelligence?
I know.
For your 5 points.
You know, I had him for a movie that I was doing. His name is Haley Joel Osment.
There you go. 5 points for Tom.
Wow,
Tom
that's
takes
a
the
big
lead.
5.
It's a big 5. So now we get, so Tom is
Pretty
done.
straightforward 5-pointer, though.
Your 2-point question, and the category is drama. Your question is, who directed Emma Thompson and Kate Winslet in Sense and Sensibility?
Ang Lee.
There you go, 2 points. There you go.
That's a challenging 2-pointer, but Emma Fyffe nailed it.
Now we go to Jay Washington.
Good work, Emma.
All right, Jay, so in order to keep yourself in this competition, Jay, you need to hit your 5, and if you do it, you will knock out
I got a feeling he's not going to get it.
if you do it.
Jay Washington, for your 5-point question, and to take the lead, and I believe knock Tom
Tom will
Dagnino
be
out
out.
of the game.
It'll be between Jay and
That'd be
Emma.
terrible for everything.
A little bit riding on this, you selected number 8, the number of Steve Young. It also corresponds to Matthew McConaughey movies.
Ooh, I
Matthew
remember
McConaughey
that.
films.
All right.
Your 5-point question is, Matthew McConaughey and a fellow Matthew Fox play football coaches together in what flick?
Not looking good.
Dazed and Confused?
And with that,
Mm.
Jay Washington has been eliminated.
We are Marshall.
We are Marshall.
We are Marshall.
So Tom actually wins this battle. Jay almost. Now it's between Tom Dagnino and Emma. Emma needs to hit just the 5. She can hit her 3
And tie it. She can hit her 3 and tie it.
If she hits her 3, she will tie it. If she hits the 5, it's over. So here we go.
Emma Fyffe, your category for 3 points is from the world of fantasy science fiction. And your question is, who plays Agent Seymour Simmons in the Transformers franchise?
Oh, Agent Seymour Simmons. Josh Duhamel?
Incorrect. Looking for John Turturro, Finstock's favorite answer.
All right, so now it comes down to this. Emma Fyffe needs to hit.
Oh
She
my
needs
God.
to hit this 5-pointer. If she does, she wins the manager bowl. If she misses it, Tom Dagnino wins it.
Emma Fyffe for 5 points. And the win of the first inaugural manager bowl. You selected number 16. That corresponds to the category titled Charlize Theron movies.
Okay.
And your question is, which animal was voiced by Charlize in Kubo and the Two Strings?
Oh, a baboon. It's like she's a baboon with it's kind of what it is. It's a Japanese sort of monkey.
Your winner, winning the first manager ball, the Golden Knight!
Look at the pure joy on Emma's face.
We need Emma's competitor. Where is her competitor? We don't know where her competitor is.
You know what? We gotta assume she does have a competitor, or else this whole win is illegal. So
do we know where your competitor is?
She's too busy high-fiving in frivolity. We need Emma's competitor at some point to validate the win.
Do we know where your competitor is?
Yeah.
Can we just bring him out again?
Yeah,
Wait a minute. What was the official answer?
It was monkey. She
Yeah,
said
she said
baboon slash monkey. She said
in the orangutan
she
colony. That's
said
not the thing.
she said baboon slash monkey. Is what
Yeah,
she
I
said.
did.
The first thing was baboon.
I said it was a monkey.
You want to challenge that?
You're a buffoon.
All right, here we go. So Emma Fyffe is your winner, and can we? Come on out, Emma Fyffe's first competitor. What?
Oh, wow. Mark Andreyko wearing the tattered hobo clothes.
Andreyko's part of the Lions Den.
I don't know how this can happen, Kristian.
What is happening?
I'm confused. So much
nice
happening.
To see Mark Andreyko here. Tom.
Wow, you got somebody who looks like Mark Andreyko. Wow, that's pretty good.
That's Mark Andreyko.
This is Mark Andreyko.
That's really you.
Famed movie trivia enthusiast and author Mark Andreyko.
Well, you guys can figure that behind the scenes.
I didn't see anybody smoking crack in the limo. Was that you?
Well, it looks. Well, all right. It looks like. Look, so Mark Andreyko's part
I
of
think
Emma
Mark
Fyffe.
Andreyko was the only one who wasn't smoking crack, actually.
Kristian, there's going to be some blood boiling at the post-game interview.
So I was wrong. Not who I thought it was going to be.
Mark Riley at all has got to do all these interviews that we're going to hear.
You're going to be hearing
in a second
about the monkey thing.
You talk to
okay, because that's a baboon. That's a different thing.
That's the beauty of it. I don't have to deal with it. I'm not the commissioner anymore. All right. So because we're not going to go back. Look, what we'll say before we throw to Mark Riley. My God, what a match!
You know, Kristian, it was a slugfest at times. It felt like a defensive grug match, but ultimately you had Emma Fyffe and Tom Dagnino and Jay Washington too. Ricky Hayberg getting his highest score in singles ever. He only competed once, but still his highest score ever. What a match we had today. That's a great way to kick off this year's spectacular.
It's big. Jay is seething. Ricky's very happy because that's the most Ricky's ever scored.
He's going to go drink.
Yeah, so we're going to hear. Look, we're going to hear a lot from these guys for sure in the post interview. But as we wrap this up, now what this means, there's so much this means. Now Emma Fyffe is a bona fide manager.
Yep.
She now represents Mark Andreyko. Apparently, we'll hear more about that. Now she can choose. Will Mark Andreyko get a #1 contender at a title shot? Will she get somebody new inside the faction? What's that mean for Blofeld's cat? I don't understand.
My head is still reeling from this switch
We'll
up.
find all that out. So we're going to go to the interviews, and then right after that, we'll have the promos, and we're going to get into the InnerGeekdom Championship. Jason Inman going up against Hector Navarro when we get back.
What's up, movie trivia Schmoedown fans? It's the spectacular, and I'm here with the winner, Emma Fyffe. First, we're going to get to the match in question, but I need to ask first. How did this happen? Mark Andreyko, this is a good look for you, buddy.
Well, thank you very much. All I got to say is I'm here for my lady, my champion, Emma, who won decisively. I know there's a lot of questions to be asked, but I don't want to, this is her moment to shine. We'll talk about this all later. I just want to now give it to the deserved champion, Ms. Fyffe.
Exactly. Mark Riley,
Traitor!
will be revealed by the end of today. Let's just say that there is a plan in place, and the Lions Den are going down. This is a great way to start off the day, and I can't wait for you guys to all find out the plans that I have in store.
Plans indeed. You shocked the crowd, but
It's all
we will get to
part
that.
of the
Emma, how
plan.
does it feel to win the inaugural Managers Schmoedown? This is This is an incredible win for you. How do you feel right now?
You know, I'm feeling pretty good. I gotta be honest with you. I'm really glad it came down to that last question between me and Dagnino.
Yeah, did you hope in your heart of hearts
Sure.
that it would come down to Dagnino? You guys have had a little bit of a contentious relationship.
We certainly have.
Is
We
an
certainly have.
understatement. Do you feel like you have gotten your revenge?
I feel like this is a step in the direction of my ultimate revenge, which, as I say, is definitely in the works, because enough is enough. Honestly, I was just excited to get out there to debut my first team member, who obviously is the incredibly talented Left-Hand Draco, whose time has just not yet come in this league because he's been aligning himself with the side of evil. But now that he is on the side of good, everything is going to change. As I say, I had nothing to lose going into this match. I didn't really care about winning, but man, it feels really good to win.
I know what it's like to win a big match. How did it feel to get the question at the end, that 5-pointer? You seem to have known it right away, the animation, especially Kubo in the 2 strings, in your wheelhouse, right?
Oh, totally. I loved Kubo and the 2 strings. It was one of my favorite films of last year. And, they said Charlize Theron, and I'm pretty familiar with most of her work, so I wasn't too nervous going into it. But as soon as I heard Kubo, I was like, I'm gonna know this. I'm gonna know this. And it just turns out that I did, so.
Yep, well, it was a good question.
It was a good question.
The answer. How
Thank
did
you.
it feel having the, look at this
There
guy.
he is.
Oh, there we go.
Look, you know what? Here's what I'm saying. You know what? Congratulations, you did win.
Thank you.
And what was, when are you talking to Draco here? What the fuck is going on?
And Draco?
Yeah, my buddy.
Yeah,
He's
no, I'm
a
sorry,
Lions member.
my buddy.
Yeah, but what are you guys
He's
doing?
no longer
Harry
in the
Potter stuff for
Lions
yourself?
den.
This is ridiculous.
Tom.
You know what? Nobody leaves the Lions in if I don't say so.
Listen, you
know what?
said
Here's
you
the-
have a plan. I also have a plan. Thank you.
I'll talk to you later, Tom. It's okay. You know, he does that. That's
He-
okay.
I-
Can you lock him in the closet somewhere?
I sure plan on it.
Listen, how does it feel? The whole crowd was pulling for you.
Yeah.
You pulled it off. You made it happen. It must be a great, great feeling to have the entire Schmoedown audience on your side.
It's super true, and now, I'm gonna be riding high for the rest of the event. I mean, pressure's off. I won my big match, and now I just get to go and do some interviews, and I might be a little more involved towards the end of the event here today.
Yeah, well, that begs the question, Emma Fyffe, are you going to continue to compete?
Man, I actually feel like I did fairly well, and so I'm feeling like maybe I could.
You did great, but I got 5 points right. I just want to say congratulations. Thank you so much for beating Dagnino. That's the only thing that I cared about. So just congratulations.
Oh, thanks, Ricky. You did great today, Ricky.
Good to see you, my friend.
Random hug.
That was a good 5 points.
It was.
You earned those 5
It
points.
was.
Emma Fyffe, winner of the Manageable. Congratulations, Emma.
Thank you so much.
I'm here with a very distraught Jay Washington. Jay, what happened there? Where's Brienne? We have a lot of questions for you, but first, let's get to the match. How do you feel right now? You don't look good. What happened back there, man?
What do you think happened?
Well, looks like...
I really don't care. I blinked and let Swamp Thing go over my head, and I've watched Swamp Thing repeatedly. Then I get a James Bond question taken away from me because a group of nerds in the crowd and the audience who aren't competing want to complain about an unofficial James Bond. Then I have to blank out and watch Emma Fyffe get her favorite fucking category, Harry Potter. How do you think I feel right now? How do you think? I am utterly, ultimately pissed. I had to watch Dagnino go further than me. How do you think I feel? How angry do you think I am inside right now? Next question.
Next question.
Rage.
And that is eating me up even fucking more. She ain't been seen around here since she left after her match with Kalinowski. I don't know where she is. She wasn't in the back to help me and Stacy. She wasn't in to come out with me. She isn't even here right now. Things are not going the way I anticipated, and it is really getting my blood boiling. I don't like being this dude right now. I don't want to be. But the Schmoedown has just pissed me off royally. I don't have a Brienne here. I don't have a win in the Manager's Bowl. I'm sitting here holding my fucking tail between my legs.
All right, I'll change the questioning up. What are your thoughts on Draco leaving the Lions Den and joining Emma Fyffe?
And Draco can do whatever the hell and Draco want to do. He want to join Emma. He got to learn Harry Potter. He's not going to learn any geek knowledge. I mean, okay, she gets a phenomenal player. So what? How far does that go? Now we got to deal with him and Burnett arguing over that ugly ass coat in the Lions Den. I don't want him to be bothered with it. Next question so I can get up out of here. I got better things to do.
All right. So next question. So moving forward, what do you want to happen now that you can't find Brienne, but you still have Stacey Howard? Do you have any big plans? Are you going to try to get more people into your faction? What do you do from here?
You want to know what I do from here?
Well,
go kick some ass.
That's what he does.
Kick some ass.
Out. Mark Yodi Riley for the spectacular. Back to you, Kristian and Mark.
So you think you made the right choice?
Oh, absolutely, without question, without question.
Listen, I knew you had my back no matter what, but it feels real good to beat that idiot.
Yeah, I can imagine. He's a loudmouth. And,
He is.
No talk, no action,
Oh, and speaking of...
What are you, crazy?
Crazy smart.
What happened? Are you drunk or something?
No, I'm stone cold sober. I just realized after what had happened with Emma in my interview with her, where I felt myself getting really heely, and then the stuff that happened with Rachel and that imbalanced match, that winning isn't everything. It's about being a good person and being able to live with myself, and I had to make a choice.
So what are you saying? You don't want championship belts?
If it comes at that cost, if it comes at the cost of my morals and my soul and being a jerk.
What about your buddy over here?
Listen, man, Blofeld's Cat's a solid team. We're 2-1 now. I mean, I understand sometimes victory is not as sweet as we want it to be, but it's still a victory.
That's not me. I'm not a win at all costs guy. I would rather be a good person and take a loss than be a bad person and win.
Okay, so you don't want to win.
Oh, I'm going to win. I'm going to destroy you guys. But given the choice, I'm going to win with good people as opposed to a bunch of guys who would rather.
What? I'm giving you one last opportunity.
It's declined.
Okay.
Sorry.
Fair.
Sorry.
Shall
I wish you guys well, but it's time for me to move on. I think it's good for everybody.
Have fun at the coffee bean.
Oh, we will.
Get the non-fat lattes or whatever you guys buy. You know.
Chump, man, I can't believe that guy. I mean, we had a great team going. Listen, I just want to say, you guys, I'm happy to be here. That guy, I mean, enough of Andraco. What is he? Suddenly, he really became a cat? He really became a pussy? Is that what it is? Is that what it is? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm here for you guys.
I get it.
Yes, you get it.
Do you understand the word necessity?
Yes, and you guys are a necessity to my well-being now. Let me just tell you that.
He's a necessity.
Absolutely.
He's definitely a necessity.
JTH, Little Evil, and this guy, the Star Wars King.
You know who isn't a necessity?
And he's an Sneider?
You.
What do you mean?
I'm going to have to... You know what? Here, take a look that way.
What are you saying? Wait. What are you saying?
Listen.
Are you kidding me? I was the InnerGeekdom Champion, the first InnerGeekdom Champion. What are you saying?
You've been dropped by like 5 factions already.
What are you talking about, dude?
I need you to take a seat real quick, okay? Because what you're going to hear is what we want to hear. So please take a seat.
All right.
Okay?
Whatever you want.
Okay.
Okay.
That's all we're saying.
That's fine.
See, there's a door over there? We're going to walk out of it. You can stay here.
Think about what you mean to us, which is nothing. Champions X. Let's do it.
Well, that's very unfortunate because that storyline unfortunately never went anywhere. Navarro!
This is not acceptable. This is not what I am about. I am a former champion. I am a film director. I am a documentarian. I am the world's greatest Star Trek expert. No one treats me like this. No one. I will come back. I will come back. You people will be destroyed.
Oh.
And just like that, it's dark outside and my shirt has changed.
Jason, right. Yeah. That's true. Jason. Hector, Jason, yeah.
It's nice that you're holding it for me.
Oh. Well,
Had me a little Christmas party at work to attend to in between part 1 of part 1 and part 2 of part 1. So yeah, hope that makes sense.
Maybe a little bit, or should I say, flipendo?
This match was probably the hardest for me to think of a winner.
Interesting. Interesting.
I think I went with my heart more than my head. I went with Navarro, even though I don't. There's not really any logical reason
I'm sorry, no, tooth grinder.
behind it.
Tooth grinder.
Obviously,
no, my bad. Those are Thor's goats.
Inman's got a much bigger advantage since he has actually played since the InnerGeekdom aggressive expansion, as the Joker would say, has been through.
You don't ever really see Tom Dagnino get upset
So,
with the fact that he
yeah,
confronts Draco behind
Inman's
the scenes
definitely
there.
got a
Draco,
big
it's
advantage
a
in
standing
this.
by Fyffe who wins, and
But
he says he doesn't want to be part of this faction anymore. He didn't like himself.
I know what Navarro's capable of, and I think I just got too much of that match with Johns in my head.
Burnett and kicks Burnett out of the den. I mean, the fact that Burnett is now out of the den and Draco's gone. So now all you have in the Lions Den, they're kind of in disarray right now. You have Ken, Grace, Dagnino, and the Patriots because Draco's gone and Burnett's gone. It's so far not a great start for the faction that's going to take over the Spectacular.
2 reasons to not do drugs, kids. 1, so you can be sober
Yeah,
and
don't
keep track
say.
of all the changes happening. Number 2, so you don't end up like Tom Dagnino.
Well, I mean, that was the way we started it off. Right away there. Now, guys, we have coming up for you the InnerGeekdom Championship.
Oh, boy. This is going to be a hot one.
This is going to be a great match. You got 5
Well, I'm wearing my
rounds here,
Baby
Mark,
Groot
and
shirt.
You have, first of all, you got to start with the challenger and Jason Inman. Now, Jason Inman, last year at the Spectacular, when I told him I was doing this match, he said, "You got to put me in that Fatal 5. You got to put me in it. I'm so good at this."
Got down on one knee, had a ring, everything.
He did, and I said, "Well, you're already in it. You're already in the Spectacular. You guys are going to be playing ETC and the team division." He's like, "But I want to be in the InnerGeekdom," and it just wasn't meant to be last year. And he just kept prodding and saying, "I needed to be in." He lost his first Fatal 5 there, where Rachel Cushing and Jeremy Johns were in the final.
Ooh.
But then he came back. He beat Emma Fyffe, who we just saw won, and then he beat out Rachel Cushing in that Fatal 4-way to take this shot at Navarro. He's earned his
Oh,
spot.
gotta
He
remind
wants
me of
to be
that.
here, But Navarro is not a pushover.
Ooh.
Navarro has proven. Look, he dominated in last year's
Still a good
Spectacular.
Tom Baker
He beat
outfit, though.
Jeremy Johns. He beat Burnett. He's really a dominant champion.
That's right. I mean, if you're Jason Inman, you woke up this morning and you said, "Captain's log. This could be the best day
Dominant
of my
champion. He's
entire
had
life."
one
If you're
title
Navarro,
defense.
You were too busy looking in the mirror at how good
One.
that belt is
One
gonna stay
title. I mean, I
around
love
the
Navarro,
way.
but
Well, we're
one
gonna find
title
out here
defense. That's a
because
dominant
we will hear
champion.
from both our competitors right now.
We decided to create
What do
a
we
new
got here?
championship here. It is the InnerGeekdom Championship.
InnerGeekdom Championship. Clean shaven Hector. That doesn't even look right.
Robert
John
Robert has
Campia.
eliminated John Campia. That's your finals. Wow. That's your finals.
Wow.
Rogue.
That's incorrect, Hector.
Be Raven Mystique.
That is correct. That is. But
Josh Brolin.
that is correct. That's correct. That is correct.
Nieb Nub.
Niem Nub is correct. The Wrath of Khan.
Admiral. Tie game. Look at that. And your winner and the new InnerGeekdom Champion of the World,
Robert Meyer
That,
Burnett. Robert Meyer Burnett has been
distortion
flapping
was
his
very,
old
very
ass
high at the
gums
time.
For weeks now, talking about how much smarter he is. I mean, how much better he is than me. The belt's already mine. I'm not trying to come off as super cocky or confident, but it's mine. I'm already wearing it. I've already sized it up. I've already resized it. I've already picked out outfits to match with it because it's already mine. It's not even a question.
I tell you, when you have age, you have experience, and when you have the incredible wealth of knowledge that I possess, there is no one anywhere that can take me down.
And your winner.
Here we go. Let's begin round. Jason Inman is here.
Okay.
Jason Inman is here. Wait.
This is not planned. I was not aware of this.
This is Jason Inman going up for the team titles here next on Tuesday.
Excuse me, Hector. I'm gonna borrow your micro sec. Okay. So I was not allowed to compete in the InnerGeekdom Championship, and I gotta say that all your questions were bush league.
Oh,
So I want to put this out here right now.
Okay, all right.
I'm gonna go to the champ.
What do you got?
Let's make this a three-way challenge.
Triple threat match
for the belt.
Triple threat match right now for the belt.
I defer to
well,
you,
yeah,
the champ.
I can't just say yes on
Yeah,
that
I don't know if
because
we can even say that.
that's up to the champion. So if you would like to defend the title, Robert, on the triple threat match right now,
Well, you know, Jason, I like you. You're a good guy. There's a reason you worked in the InnerGeekdom Championship, and
and there's a reason you're not going to be here today.
Oh.
So sit your ass down until you win some more matches, until you are worthy.
Oh, tell him to
That's
get
what I'm
lost.
talking about.
And your winner, and the
When he said "and the," it gives it away because you have to say "and still."
It makes me look tiny, and it's awesome.
Whoa! Jason Inman just won't let it go.
I won't, because Hector Navarro, you are the luckiest man in the Schmoedown. You want to know why?
Why?
Because if Robert had let me compete, I would have stole that belt from you.
No way,
Lee
Jose.
Merriweather, Halle Berry, you work for DC. Come on, man.
That's true. Do they count as
Enjoy that
television?
belt, because you're not going to have it for very long.
Super Freak?
And your winner.
I don't know.
It's a music question.
It's a music question.
I have been waiting
That's
for
great.
this shot.
Because he
for
played
over
Guardians 2
it was
music.
Last year's Spectacular, and I'm damn sure going to be in this year's Spectacular. My home team, the Kansas City Royals.
Oh. Make me sad again.
I think the fates of the Schmoedown are smiling at me because they know where that belt is coming to live.
I mean, this has been a very long time coming. You've been gunning for Hector Navarro for a long time.
Yes.
And you keep coming in here, and you never give up. You're extremely persistent, and it's paid off.
It has. And remember last year, I told him in that almost three-way match, I told him that he was going to face me one way or another. And guess what? It is now happening.
This is the other.
Hector, you better dream
9
about
months
that
later. We don't bring up that part.
I went and challenged Robert.
Hey, I used that
Navarro.
clip.
Well, I am finally here because I am going to prove that the best geek out there needs to win the InnerGeekdom.
He might take it, but I'll probably hold on to it because I do know my stuff, and I've heard that the more that these categories whittle down to these deep-cut questions, that a category like MCU has gotten real tough, and I feel like that's a specialty of mine.
Turnbull.
I'm here, I'm showing up, I'm defending my InnerGeekdom title. You know, I just show up for the big events. That's kind of my job. I show up to defend it, and I'm feeling...
He's like Floyd Money Mayweather, only he's not in the main event.
I know what I know, and I don't know what I don't know.
Well, I'm here, super friends, straight in the Spectacular, gunning for the championship of the InnerGeekdom title. That's right. Destiny has brought me to this hallowed hall.
I'm going to be real about Jason Inman. I wish that I wasn't competing against him because he's a formidable opponent. He is very formidable. He knows his stuff. I feel like his expertise is probably Star Trek, but that's like also a lot of TV shows, and I know this is only the movie competition, and I'm more of a Kirk Spock guy. I feel like he's definitely a Picard guy.
If you look at Hector, sometimes he hits DC. He gets the questions wrong, which is a little weird since he works for DC. And I'm not a big fan, since I'm a co-patriot of his at DC All Access, that he keeps picking Marvel movies on the wheel. We need an InnerGeekdom champion that is true, straight, honest, and the champion that we all deserve.
Yeah, he knows his stuff. You know, we're buds. And,
So, Hector?
And he might take it, but I'll probably hold on to it because I do know my stuff, and I've heard that the more that these categories whittle down to these deep-cut questions, that a category like MCU has gotten real tough, and I feel like that's a specialty of mine. So, you know.
Hey, we just heard that.
I love you. You're a nice guy. You got an okay beard. But you're going to cry today. I'm going to make you cry today.
Not as good as
I'll
mine.
give you a hug after I take it away. Don't worry. I'm not going to give you a jab like you'll give to me. Or some like funky little dance to a Guardians of the Galaxy music. You know, I'm not going to do that. I'll give you a
Boo that
hard
man.
handshake because you deserve
And
respect.
there went my Ray.
But the belt's coming with me.
Jason Inman, good luck, bud. But I
One
think
second.
this is gonna.
Let me hear the rest of this.
This is like Allstate. It's in good hands. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, pal.
Look, you see both the video package
it's
and
right there.
the announcements that these guys are ready to go.
We
Navarro
did
says
not
he's a
go behind the table.
He's been
That
in
would
the
not have been
first
found
Spectacular.
for
He was
many,
in
many,
the
many
free
years.
for all. He was in Collider Collision, and now he's back for the Spectacular. He is a big game fighter, and he has been
Boo,
there
Jason
before.
Inman.
He's
You
fighting
don't.
for the crowd.
You don't disown Guardians too. I don't care what anybody says. That movie was great.
I believe that was the second title. He went for those. He went for the team titles. Just came up short against the Patriots. So he's been in the title picture before. But man, they're ready to go.
You look at how the term geek has traveled through the landscape. When I was a boy, geek wasn't a term of endearment.
It was
and now,
Ken Napzok.
That's
I have to say, even though being gone to a work Christmas party for 5 hours, that Tetris suit did not leave my head.
Well, we're gonna find out right now because, ladies and
It
gentlemen,
burned in my head while I was eating shrimp. Yay!
5 rounds in the InnerGeekdom division.
So what version of Doctor Who or Star Trek is Inman coming out to?
The challenger, representing Team Trek, with a record of 2 wins, 1 defeat. He is Jason Justice
Ashley Robinson.
What's going on here? We knew it. That's 2 thumbs up. 2 thumbs up for pulling the Riker. The Riker maneuver.
There you go, Jason Inman.
Jason Inman dresses a popular character from Moorville.
That's correct.
And his opponent, representing Geek and Sentry, with a record of 2 wins, 1 defeat. He is the movie trivia Schmoedown InnerGeekdom Champion of the World, Hector the Nightmare Navarro.
Navarro coming out.
He does it every time. He puts the belt there. He never walks out with the belt. What is he doing?
Little.
No, he's not flipping.
He almost did a flip.
He thought he was going to flip.
He almost. I wonder if he can pull that off.
I thought he was going to do it. Well,
This could be like Teen Wolf. Pull the van around.
Now, I have something I got to say here because now, as
you going to get emotional?
I'm going to get emotional, but what I think is fair. Now, because I'm going to be competing a little later.
Yeah, you got that little beaut.
I like to take 1 break for now, but I need somebody that's going to be able to help you out on the desk.
This is a switch up new to me.
I like to bring someone out to call the match that I think knows this a little better than I do. So I'd like to introduce, taking my spot for this match, ladies and gentlemen, you know her as Rachel the Crusher.
Yay! She made the show. I am happy for that. Great call, Kristian.
Thank God. Oh my goodness.
Rachel.
Rachel Cushing is here. You know, Rachel, I know you're no stranger to the InnerGeekdom events, but Kristian likes to do switch-ups from time to time. I am so happy he did not say the name Robert Meyer Burnett.
What?
And instead, he brings you to the table. Now, again, you know you're InnerGeekdom. You look at Jason Justice Inman. You look at Hector the Nightmare Navarro. Who do you got in this matchup?
Well, the competitor in me is certainly going for Inman because he played a hell of a match in our Fatal 4-Way. And, you know, if I had to lose to anybody, I'm happy to lose to the Justice of the league. So, yeah, sorry, Hector, I'm going with Jason.
All right, and you feel free to compliment my suit at any time during the match. We're going to get going here. Is everybody ready for the InnerGeekdom Championship? In round 1, competitors, you will hear a series of 10 questions from 10 different parts of the geek galaxy. Each question is worth 1 point. As soon as you hear the question asked by Rachel the Crusher Cushing, please write down your best attempt at an answer. Once we ask for
Best
your
attempt
answer,
at an
show
answer.
the whiteboard to the cameras at the same time you verbalize it in front of your comlink, as you kids would say. Each question, again, worth 1 point. There is no penalty for missing a question. There is no stealing in round 1.
Except that we just all laugh at you. That's a big penalty.
Jason Inman, you stole your line. Are you ready to go?
Make it so.
Well, that's Picard's line. I'm ready to engage.
You know, Rachel, it's all French to me. So here we go. Starting
It's more
off
Swedish to
round
me.
number 1.
Okay, guys, the first category is Harry Potter movies. And your question is, Luna Lovegood's father is the editor of what magazine?
You already lost me.
Oh, yeah. I don't think your suit fits in the Harry Potter world, but...
You. The blocks fit, as it were. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Hector Navarro.
The Magical Times.
That is
incorrect.
Incorrect. Jason, Justice.
Is it the Quibbler?
It is the Quibbler.
It is.
1 point.
You notice I didn't even
for
attempt to write
Jason
anything down.
Inman. No points for Navarro.
All right, well, here's a chance to score some points, Hector. In category number 2,
Gee golly.
Marvel films. Who plays Moira McTaggart in X-Men First Class and X-Men Apocalypse?
You like that Apocalypse movie? A lot of people divided on that.
No, not at all.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Jason Inman.
The Amazing Judy Smith.
Judy Smith is incorrect. Can Navarro tie Inman?
Rose Byrne.
He certainly can.
Oh, Rose Byrne.
Deadlocked at 1. Here we go.
Category number 3 is in DC films. Who played Jonah Hex?
Oh.
I'm not going to ask you what you thought about that.
The crowd told us how to think about that question.
The crowd holding their nose at that one. And we go to 5, 4,
Who's that
3,
thing?
2,
Hugh
and
Jackman,
a
right?
1. Hector Navarro.
Josh Brolin.
There he is also Thanos. That is correct for a point, Jason.
Oh.
Josh Brolin.
Also got Brolin. We're deadlocked
shit.
at 2. And we move
I think another movie.
on to category numero cuatro. Is that 4? 4.
That is
Numero
4.
Bo.
That'll be in the universe of Star Wars.
Hey, all right.
Ah!
How many characters are mentioned by name in the opening crawl text of The Force Awakens? Some groans on that one.
Yeah, they better not be grown in the movie because I love that.
Oh, I
movie.
agree.
God, we came back to Star Wars in such a great way. I felt like I was back, Rachel.
It
We were
was,
back.
absolutely.
5, 4,
It's 2.
3,
You can lay, I
and
believe.
1.
I think that was it.
Jason Inman, you got a shot at this?
I think it's 2.
It is, in fact, 2. Hector Navarro, how'd you do?
I had 3.
He had 3.
Oh,
We
no.
Had, Luke
Leia and
and
Skywalker.
Leia, that's right. That is
I
right.
thought they name dropped, what's his name, Poe Dameron, but I was wrong.
They just say pilot.
They do.
They just say
Yeah,
some
just say pilot.
dude.
Some guy.
Somebody
Some
memorized
dude
that
pilot.
opening crawl, I think.
So now Inman
Just-
back to
just
a narrow
greatest
3-2 lead over Hector Navarro as we progress to a world that Jason Inman might be a little familiar with.
Yes, it's another universe, the universe of Star Trek. Well done. What was the full name of the alias that Khan used in Star Trek Into Darkness?
John.
I like that when the crowd reacts to InnerGeekdom
I kind of like the big crowd,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of geeks in this audience, Mark. You might be outnumbered.
And in 5, I'm definitely at 4, 3, 2, jock stand, no chance here. 1, pens down, Hector Navarro.
John
Edwards.
Harrison.
That is correct.
We will
Oh.
go with that. We're tied for the moment, but Jason
John
Inman also
Harrison.
had
Whoa,
John
okay.
Harrison.
John Harrison. John Harrison was a fiction.
Okay, and we continue on in round number 1. We're going to go to a little place I like to call Middle Earth.
Yeah, so boys, do me proud. In the realm of Lord of the Rings, who plays King Theoden in the Lord of the Rings films?
Did you read the books as well?
You're speaking Pig Latin right now.
Many, many times.
On tape or with your own eyes?
With my own eyes. You should try it, Mark. It's pretty
that
good.
Sounds impossible. 5, 4, 3, 2, and a 1. Jason Inman, you got any guess at this?
It's not a guess. I know it's Bernard Hill.
Inman.
Ooh.
5 to 3. Hector Navarro, do you have it?
I also know it's Hugo Weaving.
Navarro sitting in the favorites chair, deservedly so, but he finds himself 2 down to Jason Inman. In round number 1, we go to your 7th question.
The category is Marvel Cinematic Universe, and the question is, according to Odin in Thor, where was Mjolnir forged?
I think I'm going to open with a dear God on that question.
Could you have pronounced that?
Oh, no. There's a lot of vowels and consonants I'm not familiar with. We're going to go
Son of a dying
5,
star.
4. I can count down well, though. 3,
You're very good at it.
2, and 1. Who's up? Hector Navarro.
The heart of a dying star.
It's correct.
Great Anthony Hopkins.
It is correct, Jason.
Heart of a star.
Heart of a star.
Come on. Really? Come on. It's the same location.
We're gonna have to go to the judges for a ruling. Okay, I'm gonna say it's round 1. I think he got the heart of the star. I think we're gonna accept that answer. I think that is an accepted answer. Hector Navarro doesn't seem to want to challenge. He is as classy as they come. Because dying stars are still stars. And now we move on to Middle Earth again. The movie trilogy we're talking about now is The Hobbit.
So your final question is, what is the name of the village that Bard brings Bilbo and the dwarves to in The Desolation of Smaug?
You got to correct you on that, Rachel. It's actually Smaug.
Oh.
You got to really hit that U, or else they will never let you hear the end of it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jason Inman, do you have any adjectives for this one?
Lake Town.
Lake Town, that is the correct. Lake Town is the answer?
Yep.
All right, as opposed to Pondville. Okay. Hector Navarro, you get that too?
Lake Town, baby!
Wow.
Talk about holding up.
Yeah. Gonna take the kids down to Riverburg. 2 more questions in round 1, and we go to the world of the DCEU, which we know all fans are so passionate about.
I thought it was 10.
All right, guys. That was Mike, if anybody wanted to know. In Batman v Superman, we see Diana on a plane about to leave Gotham before deciding to go help fight Doomsday. What airline was she using?
Ooh.
It's the championship, guys.
You make the point of all points there, is that the question is going to be tougher even in round 1. And we're going to have to go to the 5 count. 5, 4, 3,
United Airlines.
1. Hector Navarro, did you have it?
Ferris Air.
It's not Ferris Air, unfortunately. Jason Inman?
This is probably completely wrong, but something in my head is telling me Air Turkey?
So close, but we cannot accept it. Turkish Airlines.
Turkish Airlines.
Oh.
Turkish Airlines. All right. Had it been United, she would have been thrown off already.
I just
All
remember
right.
the commercial.
1 more question in round 1. And this is going to be a category we're very excited about here, Rachel, because we don't know what it could be.
So your final category is in mixed bag. Lindsay Fonseca plays Katie, the girlfriend to what comic book superhero?
So we see some pens moving. This is a tough mixed bag.
Apparently.
A fitting way to close out round 1. Go to 5, 4, 3, 2,
I was going to say Green Lantern.
Hector Navarro.
Who's doing the drawing? Kick-Ass.
Yeah, give him the
done.
point.
Well done.
He sniffed that one out. Jason Inman.
Didn't get it.
All right, so Jason Inman could not get that one. However, he still
job,
has
Hector.
a 1-point lead over Hector Navarro. It's not the end of the game, kids. We don't need to shake hands just
Got a long
yet.
way to go.
Whole lot of rounds left because now we move on, Rachel.
I believe Jeremy actually had a 1-point lead over Hector at the collision, if I remember correctly, after round 1.
These are all InnerGeekdom approved categories. Each competitor is going to get a spin at the wheel. If you don't like the category you spin, you are allowed 1 mulligan where you can spin again. Whatever that lands on, you must
5
accept
questions. I keep
4 questions.
forgetting it's 5
from
questions in
that
InnerGeekdom.
category. Each question is worth 2 points. If you're not sure of the answer, you are allowed multiple choice, at which point the value of the question goes down to 1. Did I say 4? That schnapps is catching up. 5 questions in round 2.
We all forget.
Hector Navarro, you are actually not winning right now. And I just wanted to point that out one more time. Jason Inman, you can spin first or you can defer to Navarro.
Hector is the champion, and Hector pulled out that kick-ass reference, so I'm going to let him go first.
He does know who Lindsay Fonseca is, and he is going to spin first.
Just a heads up, Lindsay Fonseca, I had a chance to meet her. She's a wonderful actor. She's a great person. She's great. Lindsay Fonseca.
You want me to pick up that name for you?
Quite the fun.
Right.
She's great.
I can pick up that name.
That's how I feel like it's Slumdog Millionaire. Like, I met her. I know this.
Hector Navarro has issued the Facebook friend request in the meantime.
Don't do it. No.
DC movies. Hector, these are DC movies that are not currently in the DCEU. Otherwise, we would put the other two letters on it.
Which we all know is a baloney term, and the actual term, as far as we know, is just DC Films franchise, but we're just going to leave that DCEU.
And I'm looking at the judges. You do not get a point for that.
Right.
But we wanted to state that for our employers.
That's true.
Well done.
We know.
Well done.
It's just a game.
You know, Rachel, we're having fun today, but they got to make sure they're paying their rent in 2018.
Those paychecks got to come in.
It's just a game, Jim Lee. Thanks so much. So I can spin again if I wanted to.
You're certainly allowed to spin again, and I don't think DC would have its feelings hurt.
Or would they?
And we're going to have to go to a 5 count here. 5, 4.
You took it last time.
3.
Take it.
All right, I'll spin again.
So he's going to spin again.
Oh.
Going to spin again, Rachel.
Interesting.
Spin away from DC.
You got to play big.
What could he land on? Because got to remember, opponent's choice and spinner's choice are also on the wheel.
It's going to be Lord of the
He
Rings.
might have spun himself into some trouble here if he's not that confident with Lord of the Rings. He lands on opponent's choice.
Ooh.
Coming back
Come
around.
on,
Could be
stop,
spinner's
stop,
choice,
The
Rachel.
opposite could happen.
Oh. Oh.
All right.
Wow.
Big
Hector
Lord of the Rings.
Navarro.
Prove us all wrong.
I'm going to go with,
I mean, come on.
I heard the category's getting tougher, but I'm going to go with my strength. I'll go with MCU movies. I'll do
Going
that.
with the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
He's the MCU guy.
Okay, Hector, your first question in the world of the MCU. And keep in mind, Jason, stealing is legal in round 2.
Oh,
Your
legal.
question is,
Not only legal,
what
it's
did Thor
allowed.
demand from the pet store owner when he wandered into his store in Thor?
They didn't have any, but he said he needed a horse.
2 points for Hector Navarro. He's in the lead, Rachel.
Yep.
I need a horse.
8 to 7. Your next
Something
question.
large enough to ride.
In the film Iron Man 3, what was the name that Tony and Jarvis gave to deploying all of the Iron Man suits?
Sorry, repeat that question?
That's a JT rule, and I certainly can. In Iron Man 3, what was the name that Tony and Jarvis gave to deploying all of the Iron Man suits?
Would be the House Party Protocol.
2 more points. This guy knows his MCU, Rachel.
That's why he picked it. Proving his stuff. Proving why he has the belt.
All right. We move on to your third of 5 questions. In the first Guardians of the Galaxy film, what nickname did Peter give to Rocket as they were being escorted aboard the kiln?
Do I have multiple choice with this or
You
no?
certainly do have multiple choice, as will Jason.
Okay, let me see here.
And you have 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2.
Yeah, I'll go multiple choice on this.
Multiple choice is available. Is it A, Shirt Tails, B, Davy Crockett, C, Sly Cooper, or D, Ranger Rick?
Well, Sly Cooper came out way after 1988, which when he was abducted. It's the answer is Ranger Rick.
Give the man another point. Building his
Shirt
lead
Tails.
on
I remember
Jason
that
Inman. Keep in mind,
cartoon.
he was losing by 1, and now all of a sudden Inman finds himself trailing by how much is the question? 2 points left in round 2. What is the name of the dimension that Doctor
Tails.
Strange sends Caecilius in order to save the New York Sanctum?
The Dark Dimension.
That is incorrect. Jason, can you steal 2 points?
Is it the mirror dimension?
It is, and that is a monster steal. Wow.
That's the later. Yeah.
Whoa, boy. Seemed like
Oh, I'm
Hector
thinking of
went
a
a
different
little
part of
quick
the-
on the trigger there, Rachel. And
There's a lot of dimensions, Mark. So he was going through.
4-point swing, and I don't know any of the dimension. In the film Iron Man 2, what does Justin Hammer call the mini-missile he adds to Rhodey's War Machine suit of armor?
I call it the ex-wife.
He sniffed his marker and it gave him 2 points.
What
Range,
an
2 more
impression.
points. 13 to 9 for Hector Navarro. So despite that road bump he had with Jason Inman capitalizing on it, Hector Navarro still a 4-point lead. But there's some strength of Inman's on there.
Time for him to spin the wheel.
Get in there, Mr. Picard or John Kirk or whatever you're.
Commander Rex.
There we go. It was on the tip of my tongue. You know he's got to be looking for Star Trek. Did he get it? Oh! So now, Rachel, Jason Inman in kind of the same predicament Hector Navarro is in, where he is clearly known for his love of DC. He's on the DCU, but it's hanging on to Star Trek. Jason, do you want to use your mulligan, or are you going with the DCEU?
This could get really deep cut.
Really deep cut.
I think we know what Hector wants him to do.
Hector Navarro playing head games with Inman. We're going to need an answer. 5.
Let's go.
He's going. All right.
Boom.
David Harbour of Stranger Things fame.
Is this the question?
Yes, it is.
Okay, thank you.
No, I'm just telling you a fact about my favorite Netflix
I didn't know.
show.
He was in that.
David Harbour of Stranger Things makes an appearance as a government agent, Dexter Tolliver, in which DC film?
Suicide Squad.
2 points for Inman.
Oh. Only
2 points for
5 movies to choose from. Or 6.
That's Hellboy, sure.
No, but I mean like.
No, Hellboy and Suicide Squad.
Oh, what? All right.
Yeah, let's go crazy.
Let's go full injustice with it.
All right, guys, up to the front of the
Sorry,
car.
we had to nerd out.
I will turn this car around, and nobody goes to Disneyland. In Batman v Superman, where was the tracker found in Jimmy Olsen's gear?
His camera.
His camera? His camera.
Yeah, we're gonna say we can accept. I think
You know
we can.
what?
Do I need to challenge
Yeah.
Can I challenge? I feel like I should
You can,
challenge it.
you can challenge if you want. I'm gonna rule that it's a good guess.
I feel like the internet is telling me I'm stupid if I don't challenge. I'll challenge it.
Okay, Hector's gonna use his challenge,
Yeah.
so we'll be right back with the answer. All right, we are back. I would like to thank Wonder Woman, Cyborg, Aquaman, Batman, and The Flash for cameoing and helping us judge this very tough debate. In the end, we are going to rule that it was the answer we were looking for was his camera film. But at the time, his film was in the camera. He pulled it out of the camera, out of the bag, and that's where he found the tracker. So Jason Justice Inman gets the 2-point ruling after the challenge. Hector Navarro loses his challenge, but I think the internet applauds you for being a true gamesman. This finds us in a precarious situation now, Rachel, because we are tied at 13. But Jason Inman still with 3 questions left in a universe he knows a little bit about, the DCU. Jason, your next question. What was the name of the Kent's family dog that Jonathan had to go back for during the tornado in Man of Steel?
Gotta know pets' names. That's part of it. The InnerGeekdom.
I hope the dogs.
I'm going to go multiple choice with this one.
We can give that to you. Is it A, Hank, B, Shelby, C, Rover, or D, Jake?
I'm pretty certain it's Shelby.
That is incorrect.
That's
Hector,
in the comic books. Come
can
on.
you steal it?
Can I hear the options again?
You certainly may.
It's Hank.
Is it A, Hank, B, Shelby, C, Rover, or D, Jake?
Hank.
We have a broken tie. Hector Navarro back on top.
All right, back and forth.
14 to 13. Jason, you still have 2 questions left in the DCEU.
Great.
And your question is, in Wonder Woman, what did Samir tell Diana he wanted to do, but because of his race and the war, he became a spy?
He wanted to be an actor.
Inman's got the lead again. 15 to 14.
Isn't everybody?
And your last question. We go back to Batman v Superman.
Oh, our favorite.
The movie that has caused no controversy whatsoever. In Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, what real-world talk show host did we see interviewing Holly Hunter's character about Superman?
Charlie Rose.
2 points for Jason Inman, and he is up 3 as we go into round 3, Rachel, known as the betting round.
Oh, this is a big one. I mean, it's 3 points. You can bet up to 3 points, so we could get back to a tie, or Jason could increase his lead.
That is absolutely correct. What we're going to have you do is, Jason, because you're in the lead, you're going to give that wheel another spin. Whatever category that lands on, you're going to hear a question from that. Before you hear the question, we're going to ask you to write down how many points you're willing to wager from 0 to 3. Keep in mind, you can win those points, but if you get the question wrong, you lose those points. Fire it up, Scotty.
Riker.
Like that backwards flick he does.
And what's it going to land on?
Also, fire it up, Scotty is not even a thing.
Spinner's choice. Rachel, very interesting strategy because Hector does not get to choose at all. This is Jason, so is he going to go to one of his strengths or something that you think Hector might not be familiar with?
I think there's a category that ticks 2 boxes with that.
Okay, Jason Inman, you're...
I think I'd be remiss if I didn't pick Star Trek.
Gonna go Star Trek. Shocking, given what you're wearing. Please write down how many points you're willing to wager. Hector, you already wrote down your points. As well. How many points you willing to wager?
Spied on my points.
In the category.
Now I'm gonna change it.
Yeah. I think the world knows how many points Jason is guessing. Your question is, what is the name of the ritual the Vulcans undergo to prove themselves purged of all emotion?
Jason, real quick, but
what is that thing? I've seen episode 4 so many freaking times.
I want you to say all of those.
Okay, Hector's still writing. He's got 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're gonna go to Hector first. How many points did you wager?
Dose.
He wagered 2, so he was a little confident, and your answer was?
Colinar.
Hector Navarro has 2 points, ladies and gentlemen.
Nice.
Jason Justice Inman, how many points did you wager?
3.
3, and did you have Colinar as well?
It is the Colinar.
He got it. All right. 20 to 16, and this is the match that we came to see here, Rachel. After 3 rounds, we have a very close game with Jason Inman edging out Hector Navarro 20 to 16. But Rachel, now we move on to the 4th round where fates can really change in a hurry. That would be the speed round. Luckily, we have the very well-dressed, the overdressed, some might say, Mark Yodi Riley.
Sharp-dressed man.
He is a big fan of ZZ Top, and he will be our line judge. So let me explain how the rules work to the competitors. When the first question is asked, you are free to buzz in. As soon as I start the
question, you have 0.2 seconds to answer. You're wrong.
If you are the one with the green buzzer, you have exactly 2 seconds to answer, or else you lose the point. Each question is worth 1 point, but if you get it wrong, you lose a point. Once Mark Riley gives me the go-ahead to say the competitor's name, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. If you don't have it by that last I in Mississippi, then you're going to lose a point. Rachel Cushing will be administering the questions first.
All right, boys, here we go. Who voices the Joker in 2017's The Lego Batman movie?
Jason Inman.
Zach Galifianakis.
Give him a point.
I was waiting for the in.
Over Hector Navarro.
A lot of tricks in that question.
We go to your next question.
Who played Dr. McCoy in Star Trek The Motion Picture?
Jason Inman.
DeForest Kelly.
Another point for Inman.
Quick on the draw.
Quick on the buzzer, and he knows how to answer questions fast.
Yep. Who played Deadshot in Suicide Squad?
Hector Navarro.
Big Willie style, Will Smith.
That is correct. 22 to 17. Your 4th question out of 5 in the speed round. C-3PO is fluent in how many languages?
Oh, come on, guys.
I have a guess, but I'm not going to risk it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nobody's buzzing in. Mark Riley.
He's fluent in 6 million forms of
That's what I
Give
thought
him
it
a
was.
hand, Mark Riley, everybody.
6 million? Yep. 6 billion?
6 million.
That was my guess. I did not want to risk the point.
All right, we have a
2 billion.
5-point game, and we have 1 question left in the speed round. Your question is, in 2002's Spider-Man, who drops Peter off at the wrestling event? Hector Navarro.
Uncle Ben, played by Cliff Robertson.
He is correct, and he has solidified a merely 4-point deficit as we head into the final round of the InnerGeekdom Championship.
It's still anybody's game.
Jason Inman, Hector Navarro. In round 5, the last round before somebody gets that beautifully gorgeous belt that I would love to polish one day. You guys are each going to give us 3 numbers that range from 1 to 17. Each one of those numbers corresponds to a category up here at our answer desk. Your first question is going to be worth 2 points. The next one, 3 points. The final one,
3,
5
8,
points.
11.
Jason, you're going to give us your numbers first because you have the 4-point lead.
I would like 17, 01, and 09 for Star Trek 2009.
He still manages to pull out Star Trek numbers. Hector Navarro, what are your 3 numbers, sir?
15 for the first appearance of Spider-Man in Amazing Fantasy. 4 for the Fantastic Four. And 10 because there are 10. I don't know, man. It's 10.
10 gooses a clucking. 5 golden rings.
10 possible points. Next.
Hector Navarro, you find yourself in a 4-point hole and trying to avoid a TKO. So you're going to have your question first. You pick number 15. Rachel's going to tell you what the category is.
It is movie release dates.
Movie release dates?
Knew that was coming.
Oh my God! It's movie release dates.
Take it, Hector. Take it.
Thank you. The spirit of Scott Mance coming in here.
The ghost of Christmas past.
I love you, buddy.
Mance.
All right, Hector, for 2 points. What year saw the release of Superman with Christopher Reeve?
Superman the movie, the first one, 1978. 8.
That is correct.
All right. Hector Navarro is still trailing, so we're going to stick with him. In his next category, he's selected number 4.
All right, for your 3-point question, what villain insists that he is burdened with glorious purpose?
Loki.
Dear God, Rachel. Avoiding
The suspense.
the TKO, and he is up 1, and now we go to Jason Inman. Jason, you selected the last category you possibly could have, 17, and for your fortune, that is going to correspond to a little film franchise known as Star Trek.
Of course.
Of course.
Your 2-point question is, what was the name of Khan's ship in Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan?
The SS Botany Bay.
Did you guys think he wasn't going to get
No
it? Yes,
hesitation.
2 points. 24 to 23, and now it bounces back to Hector Navarro. And Hector Navarro, Rachel,
Come
has
on,
to hit
Hector.
This is a 5-point question. If he misses, Jason Justice Inman will finally get the belt that he has longed for, that Ashley Robinson is sick of hearing about how bad he wants it. The universe. Will it lean towards Jason Inman, or will Hector Navarro retain the belt? It could come down to this 5-point question.
Hector, you chose number 10, which is the category of Indiana Jones.
Because that was the age of short round, I did that on purpose. Okay.
I see.
I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's true.
That's not the question.
Okay.
To stay in the game, Hector, your question is, which Indiana Jones film took place in the year 1936?
Temple of Doom.
Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Oh. Wasn't it? Must have been Raiders.
Jason Inman finally getting the belt. And, I mean, you got to feel for Hector Navarro a little bit.
I
but
want to
he
say I
had a
dedicate
great
this
run.
belt to my wife and Scott Mance, the 2 loves of my life.
It's, you know, Jason Inman's wanted this for so long. It's only fitting that one of the shining stars of this galaxy
Guess we're not
going
gonna find out.
finally gets to caress it.
Yes, it has to
his
be.
belly button.
Hector has played a hell of a game, and he's held that belt for a while, but it was time for a new InnerGeekdom champion. And like you said, Jason has been saying since the inaugural match that he wanted in and that he could do it, and he did it.
It's such an exciting match, too. I mean, the crowd gave them both a standing ovation afterwards because there's so many twists and turns, and when you have 5 rounds, Jason Inman would just, once he was able to get that lead, he was able to stay enough ahead of Hector. Hector would throw his best haymaker, maybe climb just a point above him, but Jason always had an answer. He ended up getting the belt because of it.
And he played smart. He didn't go for the buzzers when he wasn't sure what the answer was, and he had a great wheel round, and he held that lead all the way to the end.
Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, your new InnerGeekdom Movie Trivia Schmoedown champion of the world, Jason Justice Inman.
Thank you.
Jason.
Thank you. It is so great to hear that. This has been a year coming.
It has.
The last time I was here, I said it was going to be destiny, and look, here it happened. But first off, sorry to interrupt you, I really want to congratulate you on winning the first ever Managers Tourney.
That is correct,
Yeah.
the Managers Bowl.
So if you're looking for some fresh talent, I'm just saying, I know somebody who just won the InnerGeekdom Championship.
All right, well, we'll have to have some conversations. Now, obviously, Jason Inman, this has been quite a journey for you to get to this belt. You want to fill the people in on some of the rigorous steps it took for you to get to this point.
Well, first off, I had to defeat you in the very first match, and then I had to defeat Rachel in a 4-way because, to be honest with you, I'm sorry, Jay Washington, I love you, but I wasn't worried about you. It was all Rachel, and then I came here to the championship. I hunkered down, I studied, I forced myself to watch every Harry Potter movie, and it paid off because the questions started coming, or the answers started coming, and I was able to knock it out by focusing. But I gotta say, Hector had a hell of a tough last question, so I gotta give mad respect to him, because to be honest with you, I did not know the answer to it either. I did not know it was Raiders. I thought it was Temple of Doom as well.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that is the true
Because
mark
it was
of a
Raiders.
classic
I didn't say
competitor.
it. Why didn't you all
Time
say it?
and time again, Jason Inman, giving all due reverence to your opponent, Hector Navarro, who has been a little bit of an arch nemesis. Not as much as it has been for Robert Meyer.
I have to admit, I was a little mean to him before the match, but because I needed that confidence to come out there, because Hector has defended this belt twice now,
Numerous
or he won it,
times.
numerous times, and I couldn't slack on this match. I knew I had to study. I could not walk out with my knowledge, but everything in this match just seemed to I've said for every match, it's destiny. It was destiny. I told myself that when I got to this championship, I was going to dress up like Riker, like everybody told me to do on the internet. Well, here it is, as a tribute to my lovely teammate Scott Mance, because Team Trek's not going anywhere. And then getting the Man of Steel Kansas question, everything about this InnerGeekdom Championship said that the destiny was me getting this belt, and it happened. I'm stuttering because I'm so excited.
The stars definitely aligned. All of the odds were in your favor. But I have to say, I think that the InnerGeekdom Championship continues to be one of the most supportive groups in the movie Trivia Schmoedown. I mean, you know, when you have competitors like Rachel Cushing out there, you know, cheering for you, there's no bad blood between competitors here.
Because Geekdom is all about like finding our tribe together, and that's kind of like what the Schmoedown is doing, and like it's something that you do at the Schmoedown so well about like interviewing all the guests. It's about bringing people together, whether that's through like geekdom or movie trivia or everything. And I now finally got the justice to be the champion and the hero of the InnerGeekdom League to make sure that keeps continuing.
Jason Inman, tell me, are there any other competitors in the InnerGeekdom League who you would like to see in your hopefully long reign of defending this belt?
Long, thank you. Hopefully, I want to face off against Samm Witwer. Now, I know he's in a Star Wars league, but he is a Star Trek nerd to the max, and we've been having some Twitter battles back and forth. I want to face off with him in a Star Trek Schmoedown, make it the first Star Trek Schmoedown of all. And then also, I want to face off against Robert Meyer Burnett. But Robert Meyer Burnett, before you can get a chance at this belt, you've got to beat a tournament of your own, because you denied me my shot, so I'm going to deny yours first. So win a battle.
Any idea?
Your interview is over, punk. I'm here to tell you that I'm going to take you out. It is on!
What's happening?
I don't even know who that is.
I don't, who is, who's that guy?
I literally don't even know his name.
Okay, well.
He scuffed my belt, that
asshole. Oh, man. Come on, he just got this belt.
I just got it, man.
Well, anyway.
He's not going to see it long. Who is that stranger?
I have no idea.
Did they let a homeless man into the set?
I mean, I thought we had enough with Tom Dagnino running around here all the time. No, I'm good.
Okay, good.
I'm good. I can deal with that kind of stuff. Well, congratulations
again,
so Jason Inman, and we look forward to whatever the future of InnerGeekdom holds for our current champion.
No matter what, I'll make it so.
And we are back with Hector Navarro. Hector.
Hi. Hey, Emma. What's up?
Someone finally took you down, man.
I know, I feel lighter. Oh, I'm not carrying this big.
I mean, it is a very heavy belt. I've held the InnerGeekdom belt before, and of all the belts,
I think it's made of adamantium.
I think so,
or vibranium. Or nth metal.
Or mithril.
Ooh, those are
Except
all
mithril's
the nerd
lightweight.
metals. That's true.
That's very specifically lightweight.
Nth metal.
Or Uru metal.
Ooh, metal. Hector, listen, you had a great run, buddy.
Yeah, man, that was a
look,
match.
yet another metal stronger, lighter than titanium.
Inman had that advantage with that Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter stuff.
For sure,
Which I was like, should I rewatch all these movies before this? And I went, it's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah,
but,
it's a lot.
You know, I own them all. I got to rewatch them.
You know what it is, Hector? It's, Jason Inman came in hungry. He's been wanting this belt for a long time.
It's true.
You've been holding it basically
coasting.
the whole time that you've been wanting it. And
but you know what I feel like? I feel like I'm Barry Allen, and I finally perished in Crisis on Infinite Earths. And the lineage has been passed on to young Wally West, who's now going to graduate from Kid Flash to Flash. Or you know who I feel like?
Who do you feel
I
like?
feel like Hal Jordan, who's got some white in his sides of his hair.
Sure.
And then I go evil crazy like Parallax, and I destroy Coast City.
Please don't actually go
Don't do
evil
that.
crazy. Yeah,
And
we
then
had Ken
young
Napzok do
Kyle
that recently.
Rayner
I can't
comes up,
handle
and
it.
Kyle Rayner is. You know who I feel like?
Who do you feel like?
I feel like Dick Grayson.
Yes.
As Nightwing when I'm doing my own thing.
Right.
And now Tim Drake has discovered, and I'll say Jason's Tim Drake,
Right.
has discovered the secret identity of Batman. He's like, you should have a
Yo,
Robin. So
I
now
should be
he's Robin. Yeah.
I like that. I
Or
like
you know
that,
who else I
Hector.
feel like?
Yes.
I'm gonna stop. That's too many.
That's a good analogy, though.
Mhm.
Well, Hector, you played a hell of a game out there. You defended the belt previously.
Yeah.
And
I had some good pulls.
You did.
I missed a bunch of ones, some obvious ones. Mirror Universe. Oh, I was
That's
thinking
okay.
at the end of the movie.
It's all right. It's okay, Hector.
Yeah.
All is forgiven, and I certainly hope this won't be the last time that we see you here in the InnerGeekdom League in the Schmoedown.
No, I don't think so. But I think I'm going to retire to watch 6 Middle-earth movies and what is it now? 8 Harry Potter films?
Yeah,
7,
yep,
8, 9,
eight.
including Fantastic Beasts and Where to
9,
Find Them.
including Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
Do I have to watch that one again? I'm not going to watch that one again.
Yeah, I
I'll
would
watch the
pass.
other.
I'd
Yeah,
pass
I'll
on
watch
that
the
one.
8 of them.
Yeah, just read the Wikipedia.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
I
Well,
know.
my condolences, Hector.
Yeah.
But I know we have not seen the last of you, and
I know.
I will let you
Can
get
I
out
can
of
I
here.
fight you in a match? Can we fight in a match?
Yeah, we can fight in a match.
I want to take you on. I want to take Jay Washington on.
Okay.
I feel like that'd be fun.
Yeah, that'd be great.
You guys are good dudes.
like
And
that.
again, congratulations on your win today.
Well, thank you.
Dang.
It feels good. It
And
feels really
Fyffe,
good.
manager.
Yep, I am.
Yeah.
Well, Hector, I will let you get to your Lord of the Rings / Harry Potter marathon.
Cool.
Now back to you, Kristian and Mark.
Look, where is Brienne? Okay.
You know what? I don't know. But I'm
Stacey,
here.
I lost the manager ball.
I know you did.
I lost to somebody who never
I
had
know you
a
did.
person to manage.
But I'm here.
No, Brienne. Listen, boy,
No,
you don't get the fuck
outta
up
here.
out of here. Get your little redneck. See? I gotta
You
keep
know
dealing
what?
with it.
Don't think about any of that, okay? I was
What am I
here for
supposed to
you.
do?
You know
What
what?
am I
We
supposed to
just
think
have
about?
to keep working
We
hard.
keep working on. Where have you been?
I've been making my decision, and I've finally decided. Jay, you've been dismissed. Stacey, I love you and I support you, and I want you to come with me.
No.
Okay. Well, you've made your decision, and I support it, and I will support you through all of this. And bye.
I think that's Brienne Chandler. Brienne, Miss Movies. Brienne. Brienne, what are you doing here? No one's seen you in months. Brienne, why did you leave the Misfits?
Listen, Emma, I'm not going to be answering any of your questions, at least not now. Maybe
Not
next
now. Next season. Does that mean you're coming back? Brienne, what's going on with you? What's the plan for the future of the Misfits? Brienne? Brienne!
Emma, I told you I'm not answering your questions. It's not now. Okay?
Unbelievable chain of events here, Mark, so far. I mean, you look at everything that has gone down. You've got a brand new InnerGeekdom champion in Jason Justice Inman.
This has just turned into
Emma Fyffe winning
WWE. It's time to shake things up again.
Draco leaving the Lion's Den, and then you have Miss Movies, Brienne Chandler. She makes her appearance, and why she got into a car with Mike Kalinowski, we're going to have to find out, but she has now left. Unbelievable chain of events here, Mark.
Crazy silliness. I've been sitting at the desk for a lot of this. What else does Santa have in his stocking if that's the holiday you celebrate?
Well, that's everything. That is everything, guys, for video number 1. Make sure you check out video number 2.
But wait, there's tons and tons and tons more.
Iron Man match for the Star Wars Championship. The challenger, Samm Witwer versus the champion, Ken Napzok. And then the team title match, the Patriots versus Above the Line in video 2. You got to click it. So comment, share, like, do everything you have to do on this video here. And join the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Facebook group. Go ahead and do that. Listen to the Schmoedown rundown. Do the whole damn thing, and we'll catch you in video 2. What?
Is this how you're going to be tri-casting the entire time?
Yeah.
Just looks like you could use a little training. You seem a little green on the TriCaster. I feel like maybe a class or two.
I've done a lot of these.
Neat,
I'm
self-professed
apprenticeship,
Wolfman.
You get a better feel. You're really supposed to be one with you.
Do you want me to teach you? I mean, I think I've used this more than you have.
I have many years of experience.
Do you now?
Well. That was a lot to grasp over 2 hours, over, you know, a break and a break, with all the stuff that happened. So yeah, Schmoedown is shaking up for sure. No question about that. So overall, as far as predictions, I'm currently 1-1. Correctly predicted the Manager Bowl, incorrectly predicted the InnerGeekdom title match. So what's going to happen in part 2 and then part 3? Well, we'll find out when we get there. So this is the end of part 1. I will see you in part 2. Until then, adieu.